Welcome to the BTS Artifact Podcast. I'm one of the three hosts. I'm here with Lumi and
Hello.
Blaze.
How's it going?
Today we're going to be talking about the differences between Artifact, Hearthstone, and Magic.
I'm going to do something really unprofessional real fast. Okay.
Okay. And
Value. All right.
we're going to be giving away those two things in front of us, the beta keys.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing some deep dive into some gameplay footage where we second guess everything people do and say whether they're right or not.
I will say that there are one game that's yours,
Okay.
one game that's mine,
Okay.
and one game that's from players better than both of us.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Okay.
That's a good hype up.
That's better than me is not a. There could be a lot of people. So
True.
It doesn't really narrow it down, but
Yeah.
okay. So, anything you guys want to say before we just get into this topic? What have you guys? Have you playing Artifact the last week? We have,
So I had a day off,
Yeah.
Monday off,
Yeah.
and I played like nothing but Artifact.
Okay.
It
People are
was-
gonna be jealous of you right now.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm sorry.
you're just gloating.
It was like 8 hours of. I had Monday Night Football on one screen.
You watch football now,
and then
okay,
Artifact
apparently.
on the other screen. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the differences. So the card games that I'm just going to first explain my experience with card games, and you guys can explain yours.
Sure.
I've played a lot of Magic. I've played a lot of Hearthstone. And I've played a decent amount of Eternal card game.
Okay.
Okay. I also have played poker. I played poker
Oh,
as
you're a
my
professional
full-time
poker player.
job
Yeah.
for about a year and a half. I paid for part of law school with that. So a lot of card game experience.
Okay.
Maybe not, a lot recently, but a lot in the past. What about you?
Okay, so mine is going to be relatively long. I'm going to start all the way from the beginning.
Okay.
I played
Jesus.
Pokemon TCG, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I was
Okay.
ranked 2 in California in the junior division.
Ranked
So this
2.
is 14 under.
14. Jeez.
Look,
What's wrong?
I was fucking serious about Pokemon, right?
Okay.
And then Yu-Gi-Oh came along,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
right? I looked at the cards and I was like, these cards are way too small. So I'd never play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Really?
And then I play Magic, and then Hearthstone, Eternal, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say I have probably more hours in card games than any other type of genre, like Dota.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you
More than
collect
Dota.
Yeah, if you collect all my card game hours together,
Oh, okay.
that's probably
That's
more
actually probably true for me too, just because I played so much poker.
yeah.
I don't know if that really counts, but sure. Okay.
Yeah. I played against William Hung in one of the Pokemon.
Hung?
William Hung in one of the Pokemon tournaments.
I don't like that guy.
I trashed him, so
Okay, good job.
yeah.
Thank
there
you.
you go. That was my claim to fame. I beat William Hung in Pokemon.
In Pokemon.
In Pokemon.
Okay, great.
All right. Blaze?
Yeah. So I've never really considered myself a card game player, but looking back, I've been doing it since I was like 8 years old. My dad got one of the first Magic sets, and we played it all the time, just very casually. So I had a lot of like the early cards and got into it with like the early mechanics of it. From there, like I did Pokemon card game as well, not just to collect mostly, but I did like the video game. The Game Boy game was actually so amazing.
Oh, the Pokemon Game Boy card
Yeah.
game? One. That's great.
And then I same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! I just played a lot with my friends, so that was pretty enjoyable for a while. But I kind of fell out of it until like middle school, high school, and then got back into Magic, and we did it like in the cafeteria before school every day. So that was a lot of fun. Moving on to like the digital age, I got Hearthstone. I've been doing that since beta. I think I've played like every other expansion basically, and got Legend a handful of times. So I've been into it. Eternal card game I've dabbled in, Gwent I've dabbled in, but yeah, Hearthstone was the only one that really kept my focus for an extended period.
Okay. So, don't know how to really structure this, but we can compare some basic points of it.
Sure.
One point is RNG.
Oh, you're gonna start there.
We're going to start
Okay.
here at RNG
All
because
right.
that's what everyone wants to talk about. Everyone
Sure.
really likes RNG, and we all can have our lists of
Mhm.
why we think certain games have more RNG than others. And let's talk about which game we believe has the most RNG, the second most RNG, and the third most RNG between Magic, Hearthstone, and Artifact. Okay, and form that list in your mind right now. I'm gonna just talk and stall for you guys.
Well,
No, I'm
I
good.
already have the list,
I got my list,
but I need a.
but we need to all say the list at the same time so that we're not influenced.
Well, hold on. Like, my list really depends on what you mean by RNG.
Okay, you want me to clarify? Okay,
Because Hearthstone has either the most RNG or the least RNG, depending on how that criteria goes. This is a controversial opinion here.
what the hell is that? What does that even mean?
So
What
I
are you
actually think
talking
I know
about?
what Lumi's talking about because the way I see it, RNG determining who wins the game is the biggest
Yes,
thing
that's
that you
what I
want to
mean.
look at.
Who wins?
Obviously, quantity. Each card could be like flip a coin and something minor happens.
Yeah,
but
sure,
It's
the
not like
important thing is
you
what
look-
determines the game.
Yeah, it's not like what you're looking at the cards and which cards have the most random shit. That's not what we're saying. We're saying how much does it influence the winner and loser. Okay.
Okay.
And people are gonna disagree about this.
Yeah,
I guarantee
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Everyone's gonna disagree about
For
this
sure,
stuff.
for sure.
I'm gonna go first since I proposed it.
Okay.
So I'll go first. I think Artifact has the least RNG,
Okay.
and then in the middle is Hearthstone, and then last is Magic. And let me explain it.
I have
is
the
that the same
exact
list?
same
Okay,
list
shit.
in
Okay,
front
he
of
got
me.
the same list. What about you?
So if you're talking about lands and mana screw, then yes, I would agree.
You
with that
can't
list
make a
exactly.
qualification. Give us your fucking list.
If
Give
we're,
us the list.
If we're talking
No,
about
no,
lands
I'm
at
not-
all, then
no,
yes.
no. We're not listening to any. We're not listening to anything. What is your list, Blaze?
All right,
You can
I-
explain it later.
All right, definitely the most would be Magic,
Okay.
then Hearthstone, and then Artifact.
Okay, so we have a
same list.
we made this big thing and we all have the same list.
Yeah.
This is
Pretty
not
much.
going to be an interesting discussion. Can I change mine?
Sure, you can change yours.
I'll
I'll put Artifact with the most RNG. I could defend that point
All right,
real
sure.
fast.
You have the most. All right, fine. You want to do that? I'll do. What did you want? You said.
So if I'll ignore the lands part of Magic, I will actually say that Magic has the least amount of RNG in that context.
if you're ignoring the lands.
Yeah.
If I ignore all the cards that say cast a random spell, Artifact has the least RNG.
Yeah.
So, is that what we're, is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think then let's talk about the RNG that exists in Artifact. People are going to think we're biased as fuck. But what are the RNG factors in Artifact, and why do you feel it's less than what they are in the other games? So let's talk about first the arrows.
Yes.
The arrows that go 50% forward, 25% to each side. The opening flop, which is obviously very controversial for a lot of people.
Yep.
And then the cards that you get in the shop. All those things are RNG based.
Sure.
Additionally, the cards that you draw. But that's the same in all the games. You draw cards. Artifact, you draw 2 cards. So I guess that
Mitigates a little bit of it. Yeah.
in one way or the
Yeah,
other.
sure.
I guess you could argue both, I guess.
Yeah.
And also, someone mentioned in the chat also the creeps where they spawn. So that's a lot of different things.
That's yeah.
Oh.
That's like 3 or 4
Okay.
things. Yeah. That's why I had that controversial idea of like on the beginning aspect of Artifact, it has the most RNG. It's just like you don't know where creeps spawn, you don't know where arrows spawn, you don't know where heroes spawn in the flop. The
Yes.
shop is really RNG, right? Like if you compare it to the basic structure of Magic, you see what you get.
And there's no mulligan.
Yes.
I'm changing my Artifact has the most hard. Look at this.
Yeah. And also, if you compare to like, if in Hearthstone you got one unit on their side, I got one unit on my side, I get to just attack. There's very simple. There's none of this crazy random arrows and heroes coming in. So if you just want to think of it on that aspect, Artifact has the most RNG.
Sure. I would say like just the amount of things that occur, like the amount of calculations that a computer is going to do, the amount of times it has to decide randomly what's going to happen. Artifact is definitely the top of that list.
Yeah.
But there's just still a lot of consistency that you can find in Artifact, and I would say that's mostly in the main deck cards that you're playing. I would say that Artifact as a game has the playing field that is most random, but I think the cards offer the most consistency compared to the other games that can do some very random things, especially in Hearthstone.
Do you have any examples or?
I want to just say a general piece about RNG.
Yeah.
I think that the number one thing that people are going to complain about for Artifact is the opening flop.
Yes.
I think it will be very
New players
difficult,
especially,
Yes,
yeah.
new players. It will be very difficult to talk someone into the fact that losing your hero on the first turn is not going to impact as much as you think. I think there's going to be a lot of hopefully database stats out there about people that lose heroes on the first round, what their win rates are.
Yep.
And what does that mean, versus if they play each other and you don't lose a hero in the first round, what are their win rates? Here's what I suspect.
Okay.
If people are going to think that the red heroes that kill stuff on the first round are super imbo when they get kills on the first round. What's actually going to be the case is that, and I don't actually have any inside information about this, it's just pure guesswork, that if a blue hero or a green hero like Dro doesn't die in the first round, the win rate is actually going to be extremely fucking high for those heroes.
Sure. I can see where you're coming from with that one.
Yeah. So I think the RNG mitigates the balance of it.
Yeah.
Is essentially what I think.
What you're saying is red needs to get that first turn kill, or they're in
red
trouble.
needs to get the kill.
Yeah.
For it to even be even.
Right.
If red gets no kills, you're just done.
Sure.
That's how I feel about it, at least.
Yeah, but I would not ignore the fact that you have some control over that situation. There are cards like Cunning Plan that can move a blue hero out of the way. You have
but you're spending a
cards
card then.
New Order. Well, not for Cunning Plan. It draws
Cunning
another
Plan
card.
recycles, yeah.
I guess
So
that's
it's
true.
only spending the mana, which you're not using early as blue anyways. In the case of like red, you would spend like a card like New Orders to determine the target, and that would put you at a 1-card disadvantage, but it gives you the early kill in the early goal momentum.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is, RNG definitely exists, but there's a lot more tools for you to mitigate RNG if you want to include them. Like if you're just sick of getting your first turn Crystal Maiden killed, well,
throw that stuff in there. Yeah.
put Cunning Plan, put Ventriloquy in there, or don't put Crystal Maiden as your one-run hero. You could do that too. Yeah. There's a lot of ways to mitigate the flop.
I would say the reason why I put Magic as the most RNG is not because I actually think the card design and whatever is bad. I think that the land part of Magic is probably, in my opinion, the most, maybe not statistically annoying thing, but psychologically annoying thing.
It's really the most frustrating thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And RNG is actually, in my opinion, there is a psychological aspect to it. And I feel that even if you don't think that someone can tell you the stats are that there actually isn't that much land screw. If someone told me that about Magic, right, it doesn't actually impact the end result at all if you look at it a wide range of statistics, I still am frustrated. Do you know what I mean? Like, the appearance of frustration is real. So I really do feel that just telling someone that is not going to fix it. Like, telling someone that their bristleback killing your CM on the first turn doesn't make an impact on the win rate is not actually going to make anyone less frustrated about losing their hero at the beginning of the game.
But the whole thing about like bristleback killing your CM on the first turn, there's a silver lining to that, which is on the 2 turns after you get an extra hero deployment over them.
Yes.
And you could like surprise them by putting CM on a different lane, for example.
Yes.
Whereas the Magic example, there is no silver lining. You're choosing between I lose a game automatically because I don't have enough land, or I mulligan, which I'm down a card. Like you're choosing, it's like the American presidential election, right? It's just shitty choices all around.
Oh my God.
All right.
Whereas for the artifact one, it's bad, but it's okay. You know.
And you shouldn't forget that you can get mana screwed more than one way. It's not just not having enough land. You might have like almost your entire hand is lands, and then what are you going to do with that?
Or you could just have islands only when you need swamps sometimes.
Yeah.
So
I think the only way to change that is to add more land, and that creates a situation where you're getting mana flooded sometimes, and it just feels bad. It just feels real shit.
Yeah.
You're not drawing the right stuff. Personally, I think that the games that increment your mana 1 turn each time is essentially what is the future of card games. I think that's
there's some plus and minuses.
Yeah, I don't want to be drawing fucking land again. And
That's
I'm
actually
praying for the.
That's
land.
actually one of my favorite thing about Hearthstone, because your mana increment every turn.
Yeah.
You know you get to play shit eventually.
Yeah.
And not only that, you have a hero power. Like even if you don't draw anything early,
Yeah.
That's fair.
your hero power is like pretty ass, but you still get to do something.
Yeah.
And that helps with the psychological feeling badness of the whole situation. So
Yeah, I think for all those reasons, I think Hearthstone's actually second.
Yes.
But I think that we can start talking about the difference between Hearthstone RNG and Artifact RNG.
yeah.
The RNG, in my opinion, is plannable a lot of times for Artifact RNG.
Yeah.
The arrows, you can make a calculated choice. Like, do I want to take this 1 out of 4 shot to place a hero to have it arrow in the correct place? Do I need to calculate where to place my what items to buy, because 2 of my creeps might end up in this lane, 1 creep might end up in this lane, so let's throw X spell in this lane, you know? Whereas Artifact, I feel like, Hearthstone, I feel like there's, and I haven't played Hearthstone in a few months, so apologies if I'm not really up to date on the current meta. There's a lot of cards that just cast random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Absolutely.
am I wrong about that, or is that
No.
just
Like the
literally
entire
cannot
design,
prepare for it? It's just going to cast some shit.
Yeah, the entire design of a lot of the cards is just trying to do something completely out of extraordinary. Obviously, we can go back and talk about like Yogg-Saron and how you can literally like lay down a legendary and be like, do I win the game? Do I auto-lose the game? Do I pyroblast him 5 times in the face? I don't know what's going to happen.
This is my favorite legendary, by the way.
It is fun to watch.
I
I'm not
crafted a
gonna lie.
golden copy of
I think that-
Yogg-Saron, yeah.
I think that Artifacts RNG is oftentimes really dramatic and
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. Because people get real salty when that
Yeah,
stuff
of
happens.
course.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
I do think that aspect makes Hearthstone much better as a spectating thing. Like,
Yes.
But
I
do
think
you-
watching a Hearthstone game is probably more
But
fun.
do you want to compete in a game where somebody? I just watched a clip yesterday of somebody on turn 3 drew a 1 mana cost Syndragosa because he got like 10 cards from the enemy's class that were 1 mana cost, and he's like, yeah, I'll just play an 8/8 legendary on turn 3 for no cost. It's like there's something that will give you a completely random spell in the game. There will be something that completely gives you a random card from their deck or your deck or whatever. Like there's just so much that you can't really prepare for in a mental capacity.
I mean, I agree. Like, I wouldn't want to be a competitor in Hearthstone.
Best of 7 though.
Is it best of 7?
Best of 7. So some of those
Jesus.
best of 5, best of 7, right?
The games are quicker,
Yeah,
for sure.
they're faster. So you know, you could lose a game to RNG, but there are more games
Okay.
because they go faster. Artifact, I feel like we go to best of 7. This is a 3-hour.
Oh, we're never going.
We're
best
never
of
going
7.
best of 7. So, I guess what I'm saying is there really is this even a fair question? Because it's just different types.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think it's a fair question because I feel like you also get plus and minuses for RNG. For example, I just mentioned that I think the RNG makes Hearthstone what it is for like an interesting viewing experience.
Yes, it's not inside the game.
Yeah.
But there is
does
impact
help, yeah.
outside. Yes,
I think Artifact
it makes a lot of people really like playing it because it's
Yeah.
fun. It's like
I
don't
like
wanna-
to play casually.
Yeah.
I
I
want
don't
to
want to play Go
Yeah.
in card game form. I want to see some random shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Just
So,
throw out stuff.
I
random
think
stuff.
I think there's a bar. I think that there's basically a level where you have to say, okay, what is reasonable for us to have like a 30% chance for the best player in the world to lose to this person? Is that reasonable for a competitive game? Like basically, I think that RNG is good. It makes the game very different. It's really valuable from a spectator point of view, but you have to make it limited enough so that skill overcomes that, and skill has the tools to
I feel
mitigate
like
that.
we're going into game design territory.
What's well, we can keep talking about this a little bit before we get into the gameplay stuff.
Yeah.
But what is a good win rate for someone that's better than someone else? I think that's a good let's say someone
Depends
is
on who you ask.
someone is very much better than someone else. Like if they play 100 times, they're gonna win. I don't know, like 70 or 80 times.
I mean, if you talk about chess, it's 100%.
it's not 100%.
for it's like there's no RNG at all.
If I
It's-
play against a grandmaster at chess,
Yeah.
I will lose 100% of the time.
Yeah, but if someone who's your level in Artifact plays against you, it's very close.
Yes.
So
What are
I
you
guess
trying
my
to ask
question
here?
is,
Yeah.
what is a good win rate for the very best person that's playing the game? Like the Roger
Against-
Federer of Artifact or Roger Federer of Brood War? Because I can talk to you about StarCraft 1. That's one of the games that's you're almost always going to beat someone worse than you
Yeah.
and lose to someone better than you. It is a very much a game where the better player is going to win.
For sure.
But the very best win rates are around 65 to 70% in Brood War. Because people know that, and they're just all-inning. They're doing cheese strats. They're doing all these crazy rushes. There's like crazy maps where you can hide stuff. Because the broadcast understands that you need that RNG for the tension.
Okay.
So is that a good model? Do we want that kind of win rate?
I mean, I'd prefer it to be a little bit higher. I'm a big fan of just skill being the main decider of anything that's competitive. But I think that you do need a little bit of that. And it does need to be, basically, as long as the highest percentage play is what each player is seeking and not for like I could randomly win the game by getting this card or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like as long as you're creating situations where the skilled player is going to be looking at his options, evaluating statistically what his best course of action is, and then going with that play, then I think everything else just kind of falls by the wayside.
I say around 60 is good for me.
And that's for constructed, because obviously limited, you can have a much higher
Let me
win
tell
rate.
you about fantasy football. I've been playing this for 3 days, and I'm already an expert. I just want to say the whole randomness of it makes it fun.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So I do think if you go completely the opposite direction and say chess, right, where the better player wins 100% of the time, I don't think that's fun
To watch.
to play.
Okay. Well, both.
It's like before you even play, you already know what will happen for the most part.
Yeah.
If I play a Grandmaster, I will just lose.
It's hard to find someone that's like Smash Melee is a similar way.
Yeah.
It's hard to find someone that's your level and you're truly 50-50.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Once you find that person, it's like really fun.
Yeah.
But if you don't find that person, you're usually getting wrecked. Either way. Do you think that there is more? Let's talk about the limited and constructed formats in each of the games.
Sure.
Because right now the Hearthstone scene does not have.
Never really.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They do not have a limited pro scene.
No, I mean they just have the arena, right?
Correct.
And
There's some tournaments that have drafts and all that kind of stuff, but generally it's just all constructed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Magic has, from what I can tell in the past, I haven't followed it recently, rotating blocks where certain pro tours are limited and certain are not.
There's entirely draft-only tournaments as well.
Correct.
In Magic, yeah.
Are we in agreement that the draft format is less RNG than the constructed format, or do we think the other way? Because there are a lot of ways to talk about that.
Ooh, that's tough. I think in some way the constructed tournament has more RNG. Because let's say you build a best deck. You prepare for weeks, you build the best deck. It beats 80% of the field, right? But then you just come up against me, where my deck sucks, but it just has a favorable matchup, and you just got paired against me. Like, is that just bad luck?
Well, that comes down to like a tournament format issue. It's like if there's rock paper scissors matchups, then you're gonna want them to play like more games in pools.
But constructed comes down to a lot of rock paper scissors, right? Where there's like generally 3 best decks, and they kind of go in a circle. Whereas in draft, yeah, sure, you're determined by the packs you open, but most of the power level are very similar, and there isn't a rock paper scissors.
But you might open a crazy rare or something and just
Yeah,
win
you can.
based on that.
Yeah.
Just you can straight up win just because you get really good. Like the people playing next to you are passing you good shit because the color just happened to turn.
Yeah,
out
on
way.
that note, I want to say that in the draft format for Artifact, there isn't generally like
is there? I mean, we have to like make.
We don't even
assumptions
know
based
what
on-
the draft format.
We know what the booster packs are like.
Like, for example, we could talk about specific cards that we've seen in packs, right? If you know your opponent has Time of Triumph in your deck,
Yeah.
you probably has like 5 less win percentage just because they have Time of Triumph. If they cast that card, you lose, essentially. But I think that's really the only example that comes to my mind that's a really super bomb rare in draft. Whereas I think in Hearthstone and Magic, there's more of those, right? In Hearthstone, if they open a legendary, Sylvanas or something, right? Like back in beta, they'd probably just win.
Or Ragnaros or something.
Ragnaros, right?
Yeah.
Or in Magic, if they just open like a bomb 5/5 flying dragon for 5, you just lose too. So I feel like there's perhaps less RNG in that department for Artifact.
Well, we haven't seen all the cards.
Correct.
We don't know how they're going to interact with each other.
Sure.
My general feeling that there isn't as many bomb rares as there are in Magic, because there's Magic. There's like, I can't even, like the Planeswalkers and like just
Sure,
the crazy amount of variation with how good the Mythics and Planeswalkers and all that stuff is in Magic is so much better than the average card.
Yeah, I just want to put a story here. We were playing with one of our production guys,
Yeah.
Nate, Mizu.
Played Magic for the first time ever.
First time ever, opened a bomb black Planeswalker
Yeah.
and
on
went
the
to the
first
finals.
pack. Yeah.
Went to the finals.
He's just playing the card. He doesn't understand even.
Don't
he
even know how to
just learned how to
combat,
make Magic.
don't know how to
Magic.
build a deck.
Yeah, and he drew the
He drew pretty
Planeswalker
well.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think in Artifact, there are very useful common cards, I guess is what we're saying. And the
Yes.
difference between a common card and a super rare card is actually not as varied as the difference between, I would say, a legendary and a common card.
This
in
is set
Hearthstone.
1. We don't know how things will be with set 2, set 3.
Yeah.
But for now, yeah.
I don't actually. If you were to name the most broken card that you've seen that's already been revealed at PAX, is Time of Triumph. What do you
Probably,
think? Time of
yeah.
Triumph?
For draft.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Time of
I
Triumph,
mean,
you would draft.
Even in constructed, I'd say it's probably still the top.
Time of Triumph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 mana cost. People have cast it and lost.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
I actually think.
I've never cast and lost, by the way. I just want to say.
Huh?
Whenever I cast that card, I win.
I'm trying to think of what card I could actually say. The thing, but I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
I think you know, there's a lot of cards that I think Thunder Gods is really good.
Okay.
I think that there's a lot of combos you can do with that card that if, you know, maybe I'm overvaluing a Zeus or whatever, but
I think Axe is really good.
even with Call, even with those kind of cards, they don't seem, because they're situational still.
Yeah.
They don't seem like Ragnaros.
Yeah.
We just play the card and you're just like, okay, if this hits the right thing, I'm just gonna win.
Actually, that's a really good like point that you brought up, because no matter how good your card is, it's just affecting one board.
It is, yes,
And
it
you
is
just have to win 2 boards.
situational.
Yeah.
Correct.
Whereas if you put Ragnaros or you put a bomb 5/5 flying in Magic, there's only one board, and you're winning that board as soon as you play Ragnaros.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's like top decking Flame Strike with the early before all the Death Rattle stuff. It's like
Right.
you clear the board, you win the game. It's
Yeah.
just it's very straightforward. And with the fact that it's like basically a best of 3, 2 out of 3 on the boards for Artifact, there's always going to be some mitigation of even the most powerful spell effect you can imagine. If it's only affecting one board, it's not going to be able to completely determine.
yeah,
the
that
match.
actually mitigates a lot of RNG. Like it makes your bomb rares less impactful because it only affects 1 out of the
Well,
3.
Thunder God is like 3, so let's
Okay.
relax.
Well, 1 Thunder God generally doesn't do it, right? You
Yeah.
need like 2 to 3.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one aspect of it. RNG.
I felt like we went off way.
We went off a tangent, but we can talk.
Can I propose the next topic?
Sure,
That
go
I
ahead.
want to talk about.
Yeah.
I want to talk about interaction,
Okay.
because that like
huge.
different games do it very
Oh,
differently.
real quick before we move away, can we wrap up the pros and cons? Like basically, Hearthstone has a lot more card design RNG.
Yeah.
Artifact has more like mechanical. The game gives
The rules has a lot more
yeah,
RNG. Yeah.
puts things for against you.
Magic
All of
has the
this-
drawing RNG.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
The drawing RNG, and I that to me is the most frustrating. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
deal
pretty
with
bad.
it. But yeah.
Yep. And
Okay.
I think obviously the biggest thing is just that it's fair for both sides. Like everybody in Artifact, they're going to be succumbing to the same arrows, the same percentage chances of things going awry. So I don't know. I think that all of them overall have their own merits.
Sure.
But I think that once people get after their first like 20 games, people get more used to the Artifact RNG
No,
and
it's like 200 games.
No, dude, you are not gonna get used to it.
20 games.
You're gonna deal with
Come
it.
on.
You know.
I haven't even got used to it. I'm still tilting.
Have you
Yeah.
ever played someone been on Skype with them or on Discord and put down a creep and just scream for the arrow to go right and it goes right? Oh, that feels
good. Yeah.
So there is RNG. I've done that quite a few times. So you want to talk about interaction? What
sure.
was the interaction?
Just like how different games handle interaction.
Okay.
So for example, I think one of the biggest argument against Hearthstone is that there's very little interaction, right?
Yeah.
You
Secrets, baby.
Yeah, Secret is the only
Secrets.
really the only one. Maybe Taunt and Death
Yeah.
Rattles.
And again, the benefit to that is outside of the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
The benefit of having Secrets is look. It's on a side monitor. I'm watching Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm watching something. It's not my turn. Have at it, my friend.
Benefit
And then-
is I could go to bathroom, you know, and wash my hands. I have time for all of that during their opponent's turn. That's a huge plus.
And then it comes back. I look at the board. I'm like, I kind of understand what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of understand it. I might not be playing optimally if I didn't watch what he did and what he thought about, but it's like marginal.
Sure.
I can see what happened. I can then adjust my turn accordingly. In Artifact, if I don't watch what happened,
You have no idea what's
I
going
have
on.
no fucking clue
Yeah.
how this board state got to this point. I'm just like, what happened to my stuff? Like, what did he cast? What's going on? You know, how is this dead? How is that? It's so you have to be locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the question is really comes down to, do we think Artifact has more or less interaction than Magic? Because obviously, if you guys play Magic, you know that you definitely could play cards on your opponent's turn.
Way
as well.
more.
It's actually insane. Like
Yeah, I
every
think it's
You guys
single
think
way more
Artifact's way
interaction.
more.
Yes.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I think initiative, priority or whatever you want to call it,
Sure.
creates a situation where there's interaction even when you don't have anything to play.
Yeah.
Just passing and waiting time button actually impacts how they're going to decide.
Yeah.
I think there's an insane amount of interaction, and that is a plus and a minus for people because
Sure.
you can't not pay attention to the game. It's super demanding.
That makes it super hard to watch too.
Correct.
You come in halfway through the game and you're like, what is going on? There's no way you could
Yes.
tune into
You don't
a
understand.
stream.
Who was it that said it? Slack said it that Artifact's a story. Was that him or you? That
It
said
was
that?
me and Karen, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Artifact's a story that you have to be there for the beginning of the story to understand how it got to this point.
Oh, that was definitely me.
Okay.
I'm a poet.
You want to take
Yeah.
all right, you want to take credit for that one.
Yes.
But I like that quote because it really is.
Yeah, and I think that one aspect is just the feeling of that interaction is also really important. You think about like how they've done a lot of the digital versions of Magic in the past, and basically you have all these like instances of when can I respond with this. I have a counter spell in my hand, and it's like, okay, he did this, he played that, and every time it asks you, do you want to play this? Do you want to play this? And just the fact that it has to stop the game, you wait for your opponent to say yes or no and go on, is so annoying.
Yeah.
And the fact that that breaks down into 100% of the time, they get a chance to respond, even if it's just an item card or whatever. That just feels a lot better to me. I was messing around with the Yu-Gi-Oh app, and having a trap card down is actually so frustrating because turns take 4 times as long because of how many times it asks you, do you want to play a trap card? And I'm like, just get to the game. So I feel like Artifact is just smoother. It's just more consistent in how the turns flow back and forth.
You want to know one of the most annoying things I ever had about Magic? By the way, it sounds like I'm hating on Magic a lot. I fucking love Magic.
Yeah.
We draft Magic every couple weeks internally at the office for fun.
Yeah.
We're still spending Wizards of the Coast a ton of money. We're buying physical packs, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So that is a disclaimer. The one thing I hated about Magic Online was that there was a checkbox for if you do not have an instant or interrupt, that it automatically just lets them play the card and you don't have to click OK.
Yeah.
Okay? And if I don't remember if this is still in the game.
It's like auto pass or
Yeah, auto pass.
Yeah.
If you do not hit auto pass, they know you don't have one. So you're literally giving yourself a disadvantage to not have to click the OK. So of course, me being the insane OCD annoying person that I am, I have to
Manually
just
click
sit there
and
and
uncheck.
fucking hit the button every time because I want them to think I have an instant.
For sure. I mean, it's
That
a
was
serious
so
disadvantage.
annoying.
Okay, well you guys are kind of comparing to like digital.
Yeah, but we're gonna play digital. I
versions
mean,
of-
I don't want to
of Magic,
drive
right?
to a shop.
Well, compared to the
I'm
actual
I'm
Magic
old.
game
I'm
itself.
over 30. I don't want to drive.
Compared to the actual Magic game itself, because I
Yeah.
don't think that's a fair comparison to Magic. If you're comparing Magic Online, right? Like that's
But that's where this is going, bro.
okay.
We're not playing physical cards anymore. In the future, it's about digital cards.
Yeah, but when we were sitting down across from each other, you play a card, and you'd be like, "Do you have any response?" I look at my hand, I give you a look, and be like, "Okay, you can play that card." That I think that interaction, the pure essence of it, that's not bad.
Yeah. There's a lot more talking in tabletop Magic. It's like,
Yeah.
does this go through? Yep. Okay, go on. And you're
Yeah.
just actually discussing the game back and forth, which is
Sure.
cool. It's a nice element that you don't really have the opportunity to capture nowadays.
I
But
don't want to see anyone, dude.
when we're
I don't wanna see-
talking
I'm in my
strictly in the
fucking lane.
digital realm, move Magic
wanna
to
see anyone.
online. Hearthstone's obviously online. Artifacts online.
Yeah.
I
Magic's
just feel
online now.
like Hearthstone is too uninteractive. I can't do shit when they're, dropping their Exodia mage or whatever. And then you do the quest mage, and then obviously you have the Magic where it's like every single time you're trying to do something, they
That's
have to
too
respond.
interactive.
It's too interactive.
Yeah.
I think Artifact hits a perfect middle ground between those two, where you're able to respond and you're able to do something in response to their actions, and it gets very strategic and very tactical. But it's not just extremely annoying where you're hitting a button for no reason.
Do people like Counterspell? Are you a fan of Counterspell? Can I just ask you that?
I mean,
Do you think Counterspell is good? Would you rather it be removed from the game?
I think Counterspell is fine if it's costed appropriately, right? 2 mana Counterspell probably too strong. 3 mana of Counterspell.
Counterspell
probably okay.
is a standard. I mean, it's always going to be in there for a certain cost, right?
No,
But I
it
think-
used to be 2. Now it costs 3.
Oh.
Yeah, so
And MTG just having to leave your lands untapped also is like a telling aspect. It's like tells your opponent more just based on what you don't do.
just want to say we're sounding biased as hell right now.
I know.
Artifact
biased.
perfect RNG. Artifact perfect.
No, it's not perfect
interaction.
RNG.
No.
Let's relax about the perfect RNG.
All right.
I said that I feel that the RNG doesn't impact it, but that's not how people are going to feel.
Sure.
I think people are going to be turned off by the initial RNG of losing your heroes early. Because anyone that plays Dota, you just feel so bad when your heroes die.
By the way, there's a lot of RNG in Dota too.
Correct.
Yeah, but you don't feel like there's a lot of RNG.
So if you hate Counterspell, and you're like, oh my god, I didn't see a Counterspell in blue. That doesn't exist. Currently, I don't know if that's going to exist. I can't say if it's going to exist.
Look.
But there are fucking heroes in Dota that if they add to the game, dude, some of those abilities can be super annoying.
17%. Let's go.
some of the some of them can be super annoying.
I just want. Okay, no, you have a point. Go ahead.
So there is actually an interesting crossover in my mind between Dota RNG and Artifact RNG that most people wouldn't think about.
Okay.
It's actually solo queue matchmaking, When you queue up for a game, you have
That's
4
the
people
truest RNG.
on your team.
That is
That's
the
a
most. Actually, that's true.
that's
That is
true as
the most.
RNG.
Dota has the most RNG ever.
True, yeah.
Because you're getting 4 idiots or amazing people, and you just don't know.
Well, if you think about it like that, right? If you think that everyone else out there is an idiot, right? They have 5 idiots on their team, and you
Doesn't
have
work
4
like that,
idiots
bro.
plus
It
you.
doesn't
So
work like that, bro.
you know,
I know the numbers, and I
Okay.
know that makes sense to you,
yeah.
but it doesn't work
It
like
does
that.
not, yeah,
It
I-
only works when you have a lot of hours to play, and you can grind hundreds of games.
I'm just saying, there's nothing in Artifact that can be more RNG than the 4 people that you queue up with. That's just never.
That's true.
That
That's-
changes the game way
right.
more than any card game ever has.
Dota 2 confirmed the most RNG game ever.
But like team-based games, honestly, probably do have the most RNG if you
Yeah.
factor in like teammate skill and the number of hours you play.
Sure.
Because if you only can play 1 Dota game a day,
Yeah.
your MMR is gonna fluctuate, dude. It is gonna go like crazy.
Look, we played an ability draft game last night, and that was a shitty ass game because my teammates sucked.
What? Where?
My-
The
my
production's
producer,
yelling
so-
at you right now. Production is getting mad.
And then we played another one, we won, so I carried.
All right, so interaction.
yeah.
We think Artifact has more interaction than the other 2 games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the right amount.
And I can explain why I think it works like that with priority.
Yeah.
I think initiative, the cost of initiative increases as the turns increase because you can play more cards.
yes.
Having to just hit that button all the time,
It hurts you more and more.
it hurts you more and more.
Yeah.
So that's my TLDR of why I think there is a lot of interaction. The negative, of course, is simply that you cannot double monitor this game. You just can't. I think that's a negative to a lot of people. I like that Artifact can be on my second monitor and I can fuck around and do other stuff. You know?
I mean, I'm Monday Night Football with Artifact on the
Exactly.
side, so.
It is entirely focused. I've got
Yeah.
kids, so like if I'm just playing like a casual like
Hearthstone
scrim
is
or
PC,
tournament or
yeah.
whatever, it's like Hearthstone is great. Mess around. Even if I lose one game, I'm playing 10 more because they're very fast, and it's just you don't really have to pay attention. You can rope half your turns; it doesn't matter. But Artifact, if you get distracted for 30 seconds, your entire train of thought, you're concerned about what's in their hand, what's going on with the board. It shifts so dramatically, and I think that Artifact is the most focus-intensive game, and it comes down to that interaction.
Yeah, let's get a format where we make people play 2 games of Artifact at once.
Ooh.
6
I like
boards.
that.
Let's
I like
go.
that. Yeah.
Where's life coach at, dude? let's get him play 2 games
That's
at
actually
once.
a good mode. Maybe
Not a bad mode.
Think about it. Think about
You know,
it,
that's
yeah.
let's see how good he plays when he's playing 3 people at once.
Okay.
So, all right. Do you have a topic you want to talk about before we get into this gameplay stuff?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple other crossover type things. You could talk about like the ease of access of getting into the game via card rarity.
Pick
Ooh, here we
one.
go.
Pick
Let's
one.
pick one that Artifact's bad at because we've been very positive so far.
Yeah.
Getting into the game.
Artifact. Well, we haven't seen what the tutorial system is like.
I don't know what it's like.
Yeah. So,
I mean, even just knowing what it is, this game's going to be a lot harder to get into than Hearthstone.
yes.
My friends, it feels overwhelming.
Yeah.
My first experience with it is just, oh my god, like I'm so bad.
Let me tell you,
I'm
when
terrible.
When I played the Hearthstone tutorial, I was like, oh shit, this is fun. This is cool. I get to do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Artifact, dude, I'm just losing heroes left and right. You just feel bad.
Yeah.
The Artifact learning experience felt like the Dota learning experience, which is getting your ass whooped for like 20 hours.
Yeah. And we're guys that are good at that experience.
Yes.
I'll give you a story. When I was in school, Halo was out. And I just played my friend in Halo. He's way better than me in Halo. We played like 100 one-on-ones, and I lost like 90 of them.
Yeah.
But I kept playing, and eventually I got decent at Halo, and eventually we were like even.
Okay.
Not everyone's going to go 90 losses before they're willing to start having fun and winning.
Cleveland Browns though.
Sure. But in Hearthstone, you're just in there winning right at the start,
Yeah.
you know? It's like whatever, like this is fun, whatever.
Throw out the basic class deck and just go in at the rank 25, and you're just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
The one thing that I will say that is bad for Hearthstone over time, though, is the cost or time investment required to build a good deck. The fact that legendaries are so impactful for your constructed deck.
Well, we don't know what's gonna be like for Artifact.
But
yet.
we know that you get the rarest card in each pack. Like, you get one rare.
Well, you know,
I
if
don't know.
by set 3 to come out with super ultra rare, you know.
I don't know.
this
Okay,
guy
yeah,
I'm
if they
changing.
change the
Yeah,
rarity
if they
scheme,
change
sure.
the
But the
rarity,
way I
we
see
don't
it
know.
right now is like, imagine you get a Hearthstone Legendary every other card pack that you open. That'd be insane. it would completely
Yeah, but it's not free to play. You gotta pay. You gotta pay right at the start.
ease people into the game and allow everybody to play at a really competitive level. The way I see it is now that you've got so many expansions for Hearthstone, you're locked in where you're either investing a lot of time or money in this game, or you're down
This
at
is
a
a-
20th percentile deck.
This is
I-
a super other discussion, the economy, right?
I don't
yeah.
know if I like referring to paying for cards as investment, because I don't actually I don't treat it that way.
Okay.
I think you're buying into an experience.
Sure.
So I don't want to see a card like, because this is how Magic created this situation. Because
Yeah.
Magic has cards that you bought them, they are literally worth tens of thousands of dollars now.
Secondary market.
Yeah. There is a market where you can make a lot of money off of buying stuff early, holding it for many years, and now your Mox is worth 10K or your Black Lotus is worth 20K or whatever, however much it's worth.
Yeah.
Digital card games, people went into it and just like, oh man, like if I buy these cards, maybe I can sell them later, maybe whatever. That's not going to happen. I'll tell you that right now. You're not going to be able to just fuck with the market and make money.
Yeah, it's going to be like $2-3.
That's my
max.
prediction. There's just no fucking
Look,
way you're going to be able to do
all
that.
I'm saying is BTS is going to have a artifact speculation podcast
Yeah.
coming soon where you
Sell,
can make
sell,
the
sell.
big bucks.
Buy.
Yeah, I'm
We're
telling
gonna be
you.
all about that shit.
Hold your axes.
Hold.
Hold axes.
Yeah. Hodl.
Sell annihilation. You know, we're going to say shit like that.
Yeah.
So you buy cards with Steam dollars, and then you can sell them to make more Steam dollars.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to drive up the price. Drive up the price.
We're gonna control the market.
Yeah, control the market. Time of Triumph.
Time of Triumph.
Buy all the Time of Triumphs. We're gonna buy them all. We're gonna
Yeah.
hoard all of them. We're gonna Time of Triumph. We're gonna have all of them.
Yeah.
And then the price is gonna be $50 each, and we're gonna sell them.
And then we're gonna sell.
yeah, that's the plan.
That's how we are progressing with the artifact BTS strategy. Make money.
Market manipulation.
Yes.
Where's
But,
where's Nahaz when you need him?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Are you guys sensitive to how much money you've spent on Hearthstone? Can you talk about how much money you spent on Hearthstone? How much money have you spent on Hearthstone?
I spent
Roughly.
$100.
100 total.
Yes.
Lifetime Hearthstone. That's the amount you spent.
Because I remember buying when an expansion
Yeah,
comes out.
I'm gonna feel real bad
Okay.
when I'm. Go ahead.
$5. I have played
What
that
the
game
free to play.
for so
What?
many years.
Are
and
you
I just-
serious?
Yeah.
So what did you
You're a
spend
crazy
the $5
person.
on?
You just disenchant like the legendaries from the expansions that
Are
aren't
you
standard.
$5?
So
$5.
what did you spend the
honest-
5 on? Did you buy a pack or
There was
something?
like I didn't even need it. I was trying to get one card and there was a golden bundle,
All right.
beginner bundle or some shit.
I really regret asking this question now.
How much have you spent, Ken?
I've spent between $400 and $500.
oh.
And you only do arena.
I only do arena, but
You're a bad arena player.
I have.
That's all I can say about that.
You know, it's not technically.
It's over like 5 years, dude. It's like
Okay.
$50 a year or something
Look.
fucking small. Look, okay. I have made money on Dota. As stupid as that sounds.
Okay.
But my point is that I don't regret not playing any more Hearthstone. I haven't played Hearthstone in like 6 months.
Sure.
You might think, oh, you've spent X hundreds of dollars on Hearthstone.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting anything out of it now. But I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm very satisfied with my Hearthstone experience. I don't spend a lot of money on other stuff. I don't go to movies. I don't do anything like a lot. And to me, this is like, couple $100 for the amount of hours that you spend on a game is pretty normal and actually pretty cost effective.
Yeah.
So when people are like, "Oh, I don't want to spend like $20 on Artifact," if you're gonna spend $20 on a game that takes at least 100 hours to be good at, like, is that wasted time?
I think you're like super on point. People that think like, oh my god, I spent $500 on Hearthstone, now I can't quit.
There's no cost investment. It's just like you paid for the amount of time you played.
Right.
You're done.
It's like you going to the movie theater. You bought a ticket for $10 or $15, whatever.
Right.
Like you got the enjoyment out of it.
Yes.
You went with friends or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
I think most of the complaints will come from people that stop playing the game for about a year,
Yes.
come back, the standard year rotates, and half their cards are useless. And suddenly they're like, I want to play standard, I have to buy into it again.
We're talking
Okay.
about Magic or
For Hearthstone.
Well,
actually.
and Magic.
and
So
Magic.
that's true for Magic
And
as well.
eventually, I think for Artifact, that
Yeah,
might happen
I imagine
too.
that's true.
Yeah.
So
That's just how card games are.
yeah,
The free-to-play grind. Gonna be on the free-to-play grind. That doesn't exist apparently.
Mhm.
that
You
does
have to
not
buy
exist
in.
for Hearthstone or
Um,
Artifact. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're spending $20 on a dinner, and then you spend $20 on a card game that potentially you could play hundreds of hours, I don't really think that's a big barrier. But that's just me. That's how I think about it.
What I want to know is, can you can you put in that $20 and not spend?
I don't think
anything
that's
else?
possible, actually. I don't.
What
that's
if you
my
are-
opinion, though.
What if you're a genius on market manipulation, right? Buy high or buy
it's-
low, sell high.
You're
you know?
spending money to take less time.
Yeah. That's basically the time investment thing. It's like you can.
I don't know if
you
there's
can do
grinding.
Steam Market all day if
Yeah.
you want.
I don't know if
Yeah.
there's grinding. I don't know how that
There
works.
is no grinding. I don't think so.
You can.
I can't confirm it, but
It seems
out
like
of
that's what
the
Gabe
Valve
was saying.
and Gabe interviews are saying, there's no way where you could put your hours in to get a free card.
Because it lowers the value of the card, the
Correct.
asset itself.
What you can do is put in your hour to research the market and get value that way. But that's risky.
So we don't got bots farming
then-
stuff.
and if
What
you
about
don't
my
think so-
bot farm?
If you really
I bought all these computers.
if you really are a genius at anything, then you might just want to try some tournaments. I mean, there will definitely be like cups that are like get $100 for winning or something out there for Artifact, and
Sure.
you invest a little bit into your card pool, get the one deck that you really want, sell everything else, and then you run that deck in tournaments until you make your money back. I don't know.
Do you get 100 real dollars or you get 100 Steam dollars?
Ooh, who knows?
We don't know.
I hope Steam dollars. I got so many Steam dollars right now from the drops I got. Ooh.
There you go.
But maybe you can sell your skins. If they have skins, do that too.
I just want to say if they ever print holographic cards, I'll be in. You know?
They ever print a special what's it called? Imp?
Imp, yeah.
I'm buying that. I don't care how much it costs.
What
If that's
if-
$50, I'm buying the Imp. If he does some if he dabs and does like weird shit,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
buying it.
If they
I'm
do
sorry.
a anime version of Crystal Maiden, I'm into. There's a market for
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
If the Imp if you can buy emotes and things, the chat wheel spam,
Ooh.
I'm buying that too.
Voice line
I'm
chat
sorry.
wheel.
I want
That's the
to. I
next
want
step,
to
yeah.
yell at the other opponent. I want to be able to say offensive stuff. So if they put that up there, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess what we're saying is that Artifact will cost money,
Yes. No doubt
Um,
about it.
and maybe for people that want to be free to play like you, someone who only spent $5. $5, my God. You're not gonna be able to do that in Artifact.
No.
You got some money saved up? You ready to go?
Yeah, you got to get into it a little bit.
I will say that we will have a BTS Artifact account that has everything.
Okay,
So
I'll
you
just
can play on that one if you want, right?
steal that account.
I think that's what we're gonna do. Right?
We gotta.
We have to.
We gotta keep that win rate pristine though. So only good players on that
okay.
account.
Well, I'm out.
I'm out too.
Yeah,
Then.
just-
Okay. Do we have anything else to discuss before we do some gameplay stuff?
Nah, I'm
How
good.
are we doing on time?
We've been 45 minutes.
Okay.
All right, let's hit some gameplay.
Yeah, let's hit some gameplay. I feel like this is a. I mean, we got way more to discuss. Maybe we'll continue this discussion on a different
Yeah,
day.
this is we got a lot of stuff. So
I didn't know we were gonna get this into it.
it was interesting.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hit us up with the clips.
What are we playing?
What are we playing? This is some PAX footage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Main stage.
All right.
So this is footage from day one, which was not broadcasted. On
Oh, it wasn't brought. New footage.
new footage.
New footage. Not broadcasted day one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's
there's
no audio here.
There's no audio. We're not gonna see. They're not saying anything interesting anyway. It's fucking Bruno and. I'm just kidding. Bruno says plenty of interesting stuff.
Okay, so this was literally the first match ever on stage.
Oh, the show match?
Shit.
It was a
okay.
show match between.
Are we gonna be able to pause if we want to pause?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Okay.
I believe I'm the player on this bottom, and Karen is the
So
one
no,
on top.
so no bristleback kill, right there.
Ooh.
Ooh. So Axe actually doesn't lose against a lot of people. Doesn't even trade against a lot of people. That's one of the guys that he actually trades against.
So I call Keith the Bull Axe Jr., by the way.
Yeah,
Axe
that's
Jr.
fair.
Okay.
Because if you put one fighting instinct on him, he becomes Axe.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. All right. Is this pause here or
No, we're
players
just
thinking?
deploying. But yeah, I think that it's also interesting. Just red blue versus red green. You got a lot of the same strengths, but you still got some pretty big differences between the two decks. Like the late game that's Luna, right?
Is this the first game ever? People are doubting you in the chat.
First game at PAX.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first game that's
They did an
ever played at
exhibition
PAX.
before anybody was through the gauntlet.
This wasn't the first game streamed because the day one wasn't streamed. So
Yeah, this is recorded by our guy Andrew.
yes.
He was standing right underneath one of the screens. So
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a good. Can we pause here? All right. So I know what Ken wants to do because there's two choices for this turn, right?
well, first let's tell people what the what's in your hand, because right now is there's a lot of options to do.
Yes.
And people might not actually recognize what those cards are.
Okay.
They haven't really understood
So
the thing.
there are 3 cards that glows up in blue. Those are 3 cards that you could play. And there are 2 creeps that you could play. The first creep that's glowed up is a 0 and 8 Prowler Shaman. Now, Lycan gives your neighbors +2 attack, so it becomes a 2 and 8 essentially.
Yeah.
And I could attack the Luna, right?
Yes.
That's not a good option.
I know what I would do.
Yeah. So the next card is I play a 2/2 creep, and of course with Lycan's buff it becomes a 4/2, and now I could kill the Luna.
Yes.
And killing Luna is definitely a very good thing. You want to be killing
Correct.
Luna as much as you can. Third option, and I know
Third
this
option.
is Ken's option.
This is Ken option.
All right, Ken option.
You Salamania's another lane, and you cast the Ogre.
Yes.
The Ogre is a 7/2/7.
For 6 mana.
For cost 6.
Yeah.
And you're playing him on turn 2.
Which is absolutely redonkulous.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you would play the Salamanes either mid or right, and then your 7/7's coming down, fucking with whatever they have.
So I don't remember what I did there.
Oh,
there's a clear optimal play in this case. A lot of times that's up
There's
for
a
grabs.
clear optimal
But
play?
this way, the big difference. There's a green hero on mid, so you can drop
you
the
can do
armor
both.
smith
yes.
to kill the Luna, and
Okay.
then next board you're able to drop the Salamanes on
I
right and
predict
get
you
Ogre
do
conscript.
Armor Smith here. 100%.
I hope I do
Armor Smith.
If I don't do the optimal play.
Unpause.
All right, unpause. Let's see what happens.
Armor Smith.
I hope I do Armor Smith.
You're playing against Karen.
Yeah.
Armor Smith. There you
Ooh,
go.
there you go.
Easy decision.
Also gives my Lycan an armor. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
That's-
Luna's dead.
Maybe. I'm sure she has a way to.
Don't think so, because Cunning Plan and Ventriloquy only
She has
really.
Tower Barrage. She can kill the creep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, that will work. It's kind of it
Should've
almost
put
feels like
the
a waste.
Prowler Shaman. No, I'm just, you
Wow,
have no idea,
she just lets her hero die. So this is. She could save it. I'm not saying she made a bad play or anything, but it's just like her strategic choice to not kill it.
Yeah, it's a decision where basically she recognizes that Eclipse is only as strong as few heroes or as few creeps are on the board, and she doesn't have a way to deal with a wide board. So by saving Tower Barrage for
There
when
you
she's
go.
up against like
Does
8 creeps,
she do the cleave here?
she's great.
Clear the deck. Clear the deck doesn't do much,
Yeah,
right? It
that's
just
pretty
puts
bad.
3 more damage into Pugna. That's all it
Correct.
does. It
New
does not-
Orders would be the better card.
There we go.
There's new orders.
Now, do you? What?
Well, there's nothing for me to do.
you
I
you already played your
out of
Salamanias.
mana. Yeah. Ooh, turn 2 7/7. This is
Oh.
Ken has dreams about this.
This is why Lumi decided to play this clip, because he clearly is winning
Yes.
right now. So Lumi's like, we gotta see, me beating Karen. Is that the motivation here? What's going on?
Well,
So she taunts. That's
I
good.
just randomly pick clips that like.
Oh,
look
randomly,
fine.
I
Yeah,
see.
Yeah.
Good random here. Curious if the clip you picked of me, if I'm losing or not.
We don't know. We'll see. We'll see when
Hard
we
to
get
say.
there.
So that was a good ventriloquy. Kept her.
So why do you like
Zeus
Blade of the
alive.
Vigil here, Lumi? What's strong about that card to you?
I want to get my. I just want to attack shit.
And why
there's
left?
no logic. Well, can we pause here? So deployment phase is, I think, the second most important thing to learn about Artifact.
Yes.
Because if you put your hero in the wrong place, you're just done.
So you're gonna put the red hero ideally in a place you do not already have a red hero. Is that why you put it not right?
So I used to think that. I used to think you should separate all your heroes in different lanes so you could cast everything.
Yes.
Now I'm not so sure, especially now with like Axe dying on the right side. Maybe I do want to put Legion there, so when Axe does die, I have another red hero ready to go.
Right.
But the reason I wanted to put the Legion left is because, again, Lycan's passive. I want to put some friends next to a Lycan. Right now, there's no creep spawning in there. I at least want to put a hero. I want to pressure that first lane. And winning the first lane is generally like a good place to be at.
Is it worth dueling the bristle to make sure it doesn't either start getting snowball or
Well, she couldn't even kill the Bristle, could she?
Right now, she cannot.
not during the duel but after?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you put like Blade of the Vigil on it, you can. I don't like to duel just to get a hero kill.
Yes.
I like to duel to get a hero kill and push for like 20 damage. Like the duel has to actually accomplish a lot.
Duel, very big spell.
It's the best red spell. in my opinion.
Not worth if you just get a hero kill.
Yeah.
These are some these are Lumi dropping some knowledge bombs.
And it's definitely debatable as well. It's like it's something that you can speculate about, and I think a lot of it comes down to hindsight. You look back and it's like, oh, if I had put Legion mid and dual Bristle, would have this been an easier game? There are tons of games I've looked back on and I'm like, that deployment on turn 4 was just terrible, and it's what made the next 3 turns really difficult.
For those people that don't know, if you use Bristleback to duel, do you get the damage?
No. Well, depends.
If it's across from him.
Yeah, if Bristleback is in front of you and Bristleback wins the duel, then yeah. By the way, Slacks always duels anytime he gets a hero kill. Like turn 1 duel, he does it all the time. Not saying it's right or wrong.
No, you're saying it's wrong.
No, just different playstyle.
Okay.
I mean, I don't do it.
Play style.
Playstyle.
Okay.
You got different playstyle.
That play style by Slacks has a lot of potential.
It does. All right, we could unpause, I think, to find a clip.
That imp is very grateful and impatient.
Duel, one of the only red spells that can get through stuff. Axe's Call, the other one. There's not that many.
Yeah, not that. I don't know.
Anyways, so you got to look at Squash's hand right now and think about what she's going to be able to do as she gets towards like 6 to 7 mana, and what lane she's going to want to be dropping those eclipses on. Because her Luna's been dead since turn 1, right? It died on the first turn or the second one?
Died
second turn.
Yeah.
So she's got like a 3-charge eclipse next turn.
Yeah.
Is she going to be able to even benefit from that?
No, she cannot.
So the card on in the bottom hand.
Let's pause. Can we?
The card in the bottom hand, Divine Purpose.
Yeah.
This is a big card, especially in this matchup, because against red-blue, damage immunity is like king.
Yeah.
There's no just like easy way for that deck to do anything to a card that has damage immunity.
Not in the cards in the blue-red deck.
Correct.
At PAX, yeah.
And what's going to happen is, you're on a clock.
Right.
Once he gets damage immunity out on a big hero, maybe modifies it, makes it larger, you're just going to lose eventually. So there is some sort of like tempo that you have to like push before that happens, right? Because no matter how many eclipses, how many echo slams, how many any of that stuff, Thunder God's Wrath, it doesn't matter if the guy's damage immune.
Right. So I want to talk about the game script a little bit, because there might be a lot of stuff going on, especially if you haven't played Artifact, and it seems like very confusing, right? So let's go back to the original goal of Artifact. You want to win 2 lanes or kill 2 towers. So you could see after Karen casts like clear the deck, everything dies here. So she's gonna win this lane. There's nothing I could do to help and prevent this. I've won the first lane, not necessarily won the first lane, but I'm very advantaged there, right? So we both know going into the final lane, this like whole game almost hinges on the final lane, and she's also advantaged there because on the top left you see like there's a tiny X on Axe's head. So right now, if I have to like pause and look at the game now, I say Karen's winning.
Okay.
I do have that Divine Purpose, that great card that you kept talking about, but I don't have a green hero coming in, and I can't cast it on the lane that actually mattered, which is the final lane. So just going back to the point about like where your hero goes is super important, and yeah, it's looking rough.
You wouldn't play your cleave card? Try and kill the creep?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe even cast the Prowler Vanguard. If we can pause and go.
Let's see what happens.
You have option like to kind of start like at least trying to block this lane a little bit so it doesn't get crazy out of control. But generally speaking, this lane's lost, and anything that you put into the lane is kind of wasted. It's a stall tactic at best.
Yeah. Well, the way I think I should cast a creep here because I don't have a green hero, right? I don't need to cast this creep on the first lane.
Yeah.
So I might as well cast it
it
here. And if I cast it here, the creep gives my creeps one bonus armor.
Yeah, I think it's worth.
Yeah.
Okay, so you definitely do play the cleave to try and get more damage out. Oh, don't cast it.
It's still.
Do you cast it?
Yeah,
you cast it.
So that'll stop 2 damage, right?
He remembers, dude.
So basically, I cast a cleave to kill her creep, and then I cast my creep to give the 1 extra armor to the 2/4. So I kill her creep and keep my creep alive. I don't know how big that would matter, but my logic was, I don't need to cast this OA anywhere else.
Bristleback getting some armor.
Yeah. Oof. I don't think that matters.
What's the most armor you've ever seen on Bristleback? 10?
Like 12 or something?
12. Jesus.
Well, Time of Triumph. Not because of...
that's true.
So this is scary.
Scales a little.
This is scary. Yep, that's why it's scary.
All right.
So I think I should duel here and kill the...
Because theoretically, the piercing damage could kill your axe if she has enough.
Yeah.
So is that why you did it, I guess?
Well, I know Axe is going to die, And I know that creep, the 7/2/4, is like my hero now.
Oh, now it's gonna kill 2. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I want to be
Wow.
pushing for damage because
Holy
again,
crap.
this lane is the lane that matters the most.
So you basically the duel is a 2-for-1 essentially.
Yes. Well, the duel represents 7 more damage, and it keeps my dude healthy a bit.
It also would have made Cunning Plan a really good play for Fwash,
Yeah.
where she would have, swapped in front of Axe, who still dies, but you're able to, definitely kill the Ogre, and then you've got nothing in the lane.
I'm super scared of static field at that point, so I was like, yeah, let's duel and kill that.
Someone asked a chat question: are we going to be doing a lot of replay review? Can I listen to this in my car? So we're gonna have a bunch of different shows.
Yes.
And you're gonna know what it is. So there will be a show. There will be at least one, probably more shows that you can listen to while driving without having to watch what's going on screen.
I
That's
do want to
definitely
say
the case.
that coming next week, we're gonna be doing a lot more of these replay reviews.
Yes.
So, sorry, car driver.
Yeah.
For
But
that
once
one.
the game
Yeah.
actually drops, once we get an NDA lifted, we can start doing a lot more talking.
Yeah, we got a lot of content coming our way.
People are asking, how are people playing already? This is footage from PAX, guys. We're not playing right now.
Yeah.
Wish we were playing right now.
Okay, can we pause here?
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Fwash just lost the game on this move.
Okay.
So we're kind of just like talking over it.
Okay.
The memory is coming back.
She put Luna down in
She put
mid,
Luna onto the mid lane.
which doesn't make
Yes.
much sense.
Right. So going back to my previous logic, I won the first lane. She won the second lane. And now all of the battle is on the final lane.
And which turn is this?
This is turn 5 or 6.
Going into 6.
Going
One of the
into
most
6.
important turns for Luna.
Yes.
Of course. And this goes back to she could have saved her Luna. Right?
A little
On
bit.
the early
She
on the
could
game.
have, but I think Tower Barrage did something else
So
elsewhere.
where would you have placed the Luna?
Definitely right.
Right.
And the reason she didn't put it right is because my fucking ogre was right there.
Yeah.
Like trying to mess with her. But I still think, yeah, memory coming back. Karen ends up losing this game. And we talked about it after this game. She's like, oh yeah, I should not have put Luna
And
in.
the reason why is obviously if you feel that you cannot come back in a lane, you sack the lane
just
trying to
give
win
it
the
up.
other 2 lanes.
Yeah.
But essentially what's happening here is she's overwinning mid.
Yes.
Yes.
If you were to place the Luna right and cast Eclipse, you're pushing for a ton of damage, and you're probably still winning mid,
Yes.
and then you can win that way.
By the way, mistakes like this happens all the time.
100%.
Like, I think of myself like pretty okay at the game, but I still make deployment mistake all the time. Like, people even at the highest level will be making deployment mistakes, and this is how you straight up lose game. So we can pause and keep going.
So the biggest thing about this deployment in my mind is look at her hand. She's got 5 blue cards right now.
Yeah.
I mean, she's only going to be able to be doing anything. And she's, I think, drew 2 more. So she's going to be only interacting with this mid board. She's not going to be able to really do anything with Keith the Bold. And, Zeus comes back later, but that's just like basically an entire turn where you're not casting spells that matter in any way.
One of the greatest feelings of playing Artifact is when you bait someone into overcommitting into a lane.
Oh, yeah.
None of your shit's
That's really
there.
good.
You're just like, I'm out. And you TP out. You have all your heroes on another lane. They're just like, fuck, I got 3 heroes stuck here. That would be, that is one of the best feelings because it feels like you outsmarted them.
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's see what happens
I
here.
put the nether ward on this lane. Coming back, it probably is the wrong decision.
So now that the Luna's in here, I think the Eclipse was correct, of course. Because where else are you going to cast it, really,
I mean, she could cast it on the right side to push. I think that's the
No,
right.
but now that the Luna's in here, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just no option.
Yeah.
I think the only way that you're really worried about damage on your tower here is basically if Time of Triumph comes out. If that happens, then you're going to have 3 heroes doing a lot of damage per turn. But generally speaking, you're going to push that 80 HP tower on left way faster than the one in mid.
Can we pause here as well? So Karen put Phase Boot on her Bristleback to keep Bristleback alive. I also think this is a mistake. She has won this lane.
Yes.
Get
You
him
want
outta here.
Bristleback to die here.
You actually want the Bristle to die.
Because once Bristleback dies,
Correct. You don't need a blue. You only need a blue hero to cast Eclipse, not Luna.
yeah. Once Bristleback dies, then Bristleback goes to the fountain, and then you could deploy it into a different lane.
So that sometimes it is good to let your hero die.
Yes.
You
In
want
fact,
to anticipate.
I
that.
remember watching a clip of Lumi at PAX where he coup de graced his own hero
Yes.
to get her out of that lane.
Yeah. Straight up kill your own hero sometimes.
And discarded a card. It's like you
Yeah.
spent 2 whole cards just so that
kill your own
your
heroes.
hero would be somewhere else in 2 turns.
And you can also think about timing your hero to die at the right time.
yeah, for sure.
If you have a Luna, and she's gonna die on turn.
Luna is a bad example, I think.
or,
'cause
sorry,
Lucid
a blue
Beam-
hero
Blue hero.
that is gonna die on turn 5.
Yeah.
That's a really bad time for it to die.
Mana 5.
It depends. If you're casting, if
Yeah.
your key card is
If you
Thunder God's
if
Wrath.
your key card is a 7 card, you
Yeah.
actually want it to die on turn 5 because it's coming in with full health on turn 7.
and then you go boom.
Then you hit
Yeah.
your shit.
yeah.
If you want to have it hit on turn 6, maybe you don't save it on turn 4 because then it can come in. So
Yep.
those are things that you can think about, plan out the board ahead of time.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah,
we can
I'm
pause.
boss. Yeah.
Again, it's so easy for me to be like, oh, Karen made a mistake here. Karen made a mistake there. I think she has her own game plan. It's just I don't agree with her game plan. It's not necessarily she's making bad moves. She maybe has a grand plan of like getting a blink dagger or whatever. You know, it's that
Big
kind of
winner
stuff.
of this is Rix. I thought Rix sucked.
Yeah.
He's deploying every turn. I didn't know. You know,
The Rix
it
is
sounds
great.
like Rix, Pugna even made a big impression on me. I thought these heroes were bad.
I still think playing those pretty ass. But
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. When you're dealing with like that many Mists of Avernus, yeah, I think the ability for Pugna is actually pretty solid in like this context.
Sure.
People are asking us questions. We can't answer some of your questions. I'm having some, Monka-S
Wait.
responses to.
Are they like bad questions?
No, they're just
or-
asking like, is there a Juggernaut card? We can't answer that shit.
Yeah.
dude.
No.
Maybe.
There's a
I
custom
hope
one
Spectre
on
is
Reddit.
in the game.
Custom
you know,
one on Reddit.
stuff like that.
Sure, there are custom ones. I gotta say, I really like the
Oh,
artifaction.
the Artifaction custom.
Is it
the Artifaction
Carsmith?
custom? I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
that,
something
it's
like
really
that.
cool.
That shit is the jam. I spent like
I
an
made
afternoon.
a counterspell.
Me too. I also made a counter spell.
Tells exactly what kind of players
Someone
you guys
said there's
are.
a Nahaz card. Well, I want to see that. Enrage. Enrage.
All right.
Okay,
Would
so
you care to elaborate on that one?
So Zeus coming into the first lane is interesting. I think she just wanted Thunder God from the first lane and the second lane
yeah.
to kill everything.
One of a common strategy with Thunder Gods is using 2 of them.
Yes.
First lane, second lane, double Thunder Gods. You almost kill everything. You know.
Oh, she wanted to cast Echo Slam. Yeah, that's why she put a blue hero there. And this is where duel's good, right?
Yes.
I'm having
Insta-duel.
none of that. Boom, kill, and then get the tower.
And it's also where initiative is like the most important thing.
Also, if she had placed the phase boots on that, you can't do that. If she had the phase boots, right?
Well,
She kept the
I had
favorites.
initiative.
yeah, that's the
So
thing. It
she-
comes
she
down to
wouldn't
initiative.
have time
no,
to-
I mean like the previous turns. You have to think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
If your hero has less than 8 health,
It will
you
die
know
to-
that it will die to a duel.
To a Legion,
So,
yeah.
So if you know they have initiative, they probably have duel.
Maybe.
You know?
I mean,
It's
I already played
likely.
one. I played
Yes.
one already, so.
But to plan for that situation, you could
Ooh.
theoretically pre-phase boot your hero.
Forgot about the pillager though. That does up the ante a little bit on this mid lane. This lane 2 can actually push through.
I mean, she has to kill the tower on this turn if she's gonna do that.
Okay, so I think Karen realized that she won't be able to win the right lane, so she's now pushing for 80. So you could find a second like alternate win condition.
So now the game plan for Flash changes.
Changes,
It's stall on right, get Zeus back in for Echo Slam again on left,
Yep.
and try to have initiative in that context.
She should be I mean, it's pretty important to try and. Yeah, see, she's drawing. She's trying to get.
Get red cards.
She's trying to get enough. Because you can't overkill. It's
You cannot.
super important that she did not kill that tower that
Yeah.
turn.
If she killed the tower just now, I would have been trembling.
You actually lose.
yeah, I could actually lose.
I don't think so. Even then, she still needs something to throw on right, and she still only has red cards to be.
Well, I mean,
play.
like, let's say if 2 creeps spawn here with the right arrows, I could lose,
You-
right? So I would be scared if my tower died in the middle lane.
The thing is that it is going to be up against this red-blue deck that only has red Mist Pillagers. So she's playing a red Mist Pillager on mid. She doesn't really have chump blocks. She doesn't have anything to like really soak the damage that is happening on right lane.
Yeah.
It's going to go down within the next 2 or 3 turns.
So I try to do as much damage as possible, right? Like I played another creep. I played the swapping one to swap my do 4 more damage.
Okay.
And this is looking
It's
rough. for
looking
Karen.
real hard.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to. I mean,
She-
she literally cannot win this turn. So
She needs to find a blink dagger and blink right to echo. Like that's her only way to survive.
or have the most god arrows ever.
Yeah. There's a lot of right arrows or left arrows rather, but
Man, the creep spawn's on the right.
yeah.
So even in the most low percentage possibility, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, this is a rough one.
Yeah.
I can see why Lumi chose this. It makes himself look so good.
This
Victory lap with
this
the divine
makes
purpose.
Karen look bad more than it makes me look good.
Well, that's
Which
messed up,
I'm
dude.
not trying to flame on Karen.
messed up,
I
dude.
just randomly grab a game. I feel bad for grabbing this one.
Yeah,
So I want to say Luna has literally done nothing in this lane.
correct.
So
Karen, if you're watching,
I'm sorry, Karen.
Lumi thinks you're a terrible player. That's basically what he's saying.
Yes, that's
Look,
literally what I'm saying.
she don't let that smile fool you. She's
Oh, yeah.
salty. Everyone is salty when they lose.
Yeah.
Okay, so people smiling, shaking hands, that is not what people think. People are mad. They get angry. Like, fuck, I lost to a random, or I lost Lumi in the first. I'm literally the.
He wasn't even the white
On
dragon
stream,
at this
there was-
point.
She had a revenge against me when I was the Red Dragon, so she won the more important match.
Okay, all right, sure.
We are 1-1.
Don't try and take it back, dude. I know what you're trying to do. So okay, so what's the second game that we're about to hit?
So the
here?
second game is from IGN. They recently released apparently two devs playing against each other.
Okay.
And this is like
Wait, can we watch me first?
You want-
Are we gonna watch the devs last because they're probably better, right? I feel.
oh, we gotta save the best for the
Oh
last.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is the
And-
same deck matchup.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So this
Yeah.
is piloted by real players, not Lumi and Karen.
Yeah, real actual players.
So
Now, if people want to watch like the full quality VOD of this, where do they? What
I
channel is
found
it?
this on the IGN YouTube.
are we even allowed to show this?
Like 20 people have reviewed this and streamed it. So
Okay.
We are giving full credit to IGN,
Uh.
and if you want to watch it,
IGN never copies anyone else's stuff, so
well, let's not go there.
let's we're watching it. IGN. This is IGN footage.
So they released this at the first day of PAX, I believe. This was like the big 4K release of.
I don't know when
Artifact
they
gameplay.
released it. Maybe after PAX, I want to say.
No, it was day one. It was the very first like.
This is nice quality. They did a good job.
Yeah. So I want to say Brandon, good artifact player.
So that's the Luna being next to a 4 damage creep is bad. That's unlucky for the blue. guy.
Luna being hit is bad.
Yes. Luna being hit for half her life is bad.
Yeah.
This is good. Very good for the bottom player.
Yep.
This is what you want. Your ogre to hit stuff.
You want
His
your red
card-
heroes to be in front of
Yeah,
heroes.
that ogre is terrible. His card is terrible.
yeah.
Terrible card.
Terrible.
Terrible. And okay.
So I'm actually interested to see where Zeus comes in. I would venture a guess Zeus goes left.
I would put him left.
Yeah.
I
Let's
think
see what this guy
right
does.
feels pretty good too.
What?
Right,
Left,
you're pushing
bro.
for 3 damage.
Left.
Right. The reason I'm thinking about going
Look at all
left
those creeps, dude.
is that you have a small chance.
No.
Yeah, not bad.
You have a small chance of your Lucent Beam killing the creep in front of Luna, and you also have a chance of drawing a blue card to proc your static and
Yes.
kill that creep too.
I'm gonna-
we want to protect Luna.
He's gonna feel sad if he draws some blue change of direction cards or anything like that. Some low cost stuff. Okay, that's fine.
Ooh, that would have been
shoulda-
it. That would have been it.
Oh, should have.
If Zeus
Shoulda
was
had
there,
the Zeus, bro.
Yeah, if Zeus was there,
Oh, that feels bad.
if Zeus
He's
was
still-
not on the left slot, right?
You
If
know,
sh-
he still has an option to save Luna here.
No, he can't
No,
save
he
it.
Do you
can't.
guys see it? You guys don't see it?
see what?
Cunning plan on the Lycan, move
Okay.
to the left.
Ooh.
That's some next level stuff.
Well, no, but then
Doesn't he just swap
it
the
back?
Swap it back?
Hmm?
Doesn't green just swap it back?
Okay, so he does
Yeah.
have the decoy.
Yeah, the decoy will swap it back.
What the fuck are you
Decoy's ability is to swap it back.
Yeah, so that's what you got to factor in is every.
Blaze had me for a second.
Yeah.
Blaze,
There is
Blaze
an
was
answer.
throwing out
Blaze had me.
curveball.
Blaze had me.
threw out curveball.
There is an answer. It's just there's immediate counterplay to that answer.
So there is
That's
no
not an
answer. You know what would have been an answer? Zeus being here would have been an answer.
Zeus would have killed that guy.
Yeah. Well, the creep would have came down.
Oh, now he can. Now he can.
Now
do
he
it.
can.
Okay, wasted it.
That's why you just don't use your abilities, Brandon.
Ooh,
Just
Brandon.
because you,
Oh,
just
Brandon.
because you can
Ooh,
doesn't mean
ooh,
you
that-
should.
Does he see the play now?
Does he see it?
Who beats?
Swap? You gotta
No.
see it. Yes,
Oh,
there you go.
he see it?
He sees it. He's a dev. He has to see it.
Wait. He's-
Swap the like and left.
Oh,
yes.
Confirm great players.
Oh my God, Brandon, feel bad now.
By the way, we keep saying you want to make Luna live because every turn that Luna lives, it powers up Eclipse. Eclipse has 3 more damage for every beam that Luna does this. Just like Dota.
Luna survival is basically the late game plan for
Someone
a deck
says
like
this isn't the dev versus dev match.
It's
This
like
is not?
IGN versus Dev.
This IGN player is fucking amazing. If this is the first time they're playing the game, seeing that cunning plan move.
I just want to say, just looking at IGN's hand, IGN has to lose. Look at this hand. It's trash.
Why?
There's
Are you
nothing
being
but
sarcastic right now?
No,
Their
there's
hand
only
is amazing.
No, there's only 7.
What are you talking about? That hand is amazing.
He's not gonna survive to cast. There's
He's
no
got-
mana.
okay,
It's
we'll see.
fine.
We'll see.
He does, well, hopefully he draws a land, Lumi. And he gets to 5 and 6 mana.
Let me tell you, he will draw land every turn.
Dude, he's taking damage on left. It's gonna hurt, but there's plenty of late game here.
Sorry, when I say the hand is trash, means it's too heavy. Like he has no time to cast this
No,
hand.
he good.
All right.
It's fine. If you get to where you get Fisher out and Eclipse out on the same turn, you're bringing the game back. It's just surviving up to that point.
He's fine, dude. Unless you know what happens in this, and you're trying to bait me.
Look, there is IGN versus a Valve developer. I'm gonna go with the Valve.
Dev
developer.
versus Dev, dude.
Are you sure?
I
this,
believe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
believe. They said this is Dev versus Dev. I believe that.
Someone in chat said it wasn't, and when has chat ever lied to us?
Yes.
True.
That play where they swapped to save the
know.
Luna, that is
That's
a Dev
good.
play.
That's a good
That's
play.
a Dev play. And apparently a Blaze play, because none of us
If
seen
he was
it.
a Dev, he would have put the Zeus left, right?
True.
I don't know.
So I
Someone's
like
saying this is not a Dev, so I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. Would you have played? I think that's the Earthshaker was a correct.
That was the only place to play it. You can't play it middle because it will lie in front of the axe.
No, you want to put the Conflagration out.
Yeah.
I think you want to conflag this lane though.
Yeah, you can put it. I mean, it wouldn't change where you place. Like, you're still going to play Conflagration from this lane. It's more just having a body here to play spells next turn.
Yes, because Luna's dying.
Yeah.
Conflagration into Eclipse, great follow up because it just softened everything up, and then it's just like.
Yeah. Literally, the only thing he can play this turn is Fighting Instinct and Conflag. He's playing them unless Zeus gets dueled.
So our IGN player, you see what he's doing? He's just looking at every lane, He's just thinking about his choices. Can't just look at the active
Can you
lane.
imagine? Blink Dagger on Luna. Blinking to another lane. Beaming other stuff. Amazing combo.
All right. So far, I've seen 0 mistakes from our IGN player.
You
So
cannot-
this is looking like Dev versus Dev.
If I'm just answering questions, it's because I see it in the chat. You cannot not deploy a hero. You have to deploy them. People are like, why do you take so long to say Conflagration? That card can get mispronounced in terrible ways. So we haven't been.
You gotta be
been very
safe.
careful about that.
You gotta be careful. You straight up fighting instinct, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Lumi, like, how is he losing the game within the next 2 turns? I just don't see it.
Because there are duels as well as Berserker calls in hand, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna look really smart when Brandon R wins.
All right, we'll see. Okay.
Which lane did he conflag, by the way? The
First lane.
Lane
first
one?
lane, yeah.
So that's fine. I think, yeah, you bring Keith the Bold right. You are able to blast the left lane to smithereens. It might not. It still will go down eventually, but it's going to stall it out really hard. I don't know. It's feeling pretty good.
I honestly, I don't know who's gonna win. So
Okay.
It comes
we'll
down
see.
to, like, if he draws Time of Triumphs, I think. I think it doesn't.
He has one in hand. He has a Time of Triumph in hand. He literally has.
Oh, no. The other guy. Does the red-green deck? I guess
No,
it
the
doesn't
red green
have
end does
time.
not have Time of Triumph.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
Ooh, Zeus dying there is it's rough. So you were saying, right? You wanted your blue heroes to be living at this point because
Yes.
you got Eclipse
Turn
coming
6,
down.
yeah.
Oh well, for this deck maybe turn 7 because I see 3 Thunder God. So might not be terrible.
Yeah, might not be bad.
Might not be bad.
Legion just wrecking this Zeus. He has no chance. He
Yeah.
needs one of those Thunder Gods to be a taunt or a cunning plan or something like that. Rough one. Stonehall Pike, great item.
Yeah. All the Stonehall items, it's a class of items that just keeps growing, like either attack, health, or armor. So the longer it's out on the field, the better it is.
TP scroll.
Buy that TP, insta buy.
That is a good
Insta
one.
buy. Don't think about it.
Bruno says that TPs are only for bad people, but I'm a bad person, so I like playing TPs.
For blue heroes that can die super easily, or for just moving from lane to lane, like, it's super important.
No blind the TP screw. Interesting.
He decided to save the gold. He wants to. 'Cause he has nothing that
He's going for the Apotheosis Blade, man.
Yeah.
So where does Keith go? I don't know if it goes left.
I think it goes right.
Right,
Dude.
for sure.
You want to
Yeah.
cast stuff.
Because that left lane, regardless of Eclipse going down or not, I think that lane is likely dying anyways.
Eventually, but it'll take a while.
Pugna coming in here to kill the Conflagration because of the Nether Blast.
They're telling you that it's a conflagration.
Conflagration. I said it right at PAX, and then I now forgot how to say it. Ooh, let's see that Eclipse. 4 beams.
I don't know about this.
Tough spot.
He's thinking
He's thinking
Tower
about it.
Barrage. Yeah.
So
He's thinking about
you
it.
count it up. Lycans are.
He
got
has a
three-
Luna and a Zeus coming out next turn.
Lycan and Pugna can both soak 2 beams
Correct.
and survive.
I think this is actually the right play.
This guarantees that
Yeah.
things are gonna die.
I think that having the
It feels bad.
Eclipse could kill nothing.
I think it's okay to kill nothing here. I think it's okay to soften them up because you have Thunder Gods in hand to pick them off.
That's true.
That's fair. I think that's a reasonable comparison.
This lane is dying regardless of how many things Eclipse kills or not. By killing them, I don't know.
Yes, you need Luna in your deck to have Eclipse. It comes
Yeah.
with the
Yes.
Luna.
I think if Eclipse is there, even if the Lycan and Pugnas do soak up a ton of damage, then they are set up for Thunder Gods next turn. So I don't mind that.
Like if you didn't have Luna in the deck, how would the Eclipse actually gain any charges? That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
kind of like
Signature
One way
cards
you could look
are
at it.
inseparable from the hero. You get when you open the booster pack with the hero, you get the signature cards,
Yes.
and whenever you put the hero in your deck, the signature cards immediately go in with it.
So there are some heroes that have like really good signature cards, but like really bad
yeah.
stats.
For example, the Luna is 3/8.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Not great.
The Keef is 6/1/11.
Yeah.
Amazing stats. His card sucks.
Yeah. Same thing with Bristleback. Really
Yeah.
good stats. His card's okay.
Axe, terrible stats. 7/2
The worst.
and terrible card.
Yeah.
Call. Both of those things are awful. Worst hero ever.
I mean, look, he has no passive.
Sad.
do you kill the axe here? I think so.
Do you kill the axe?
Yeah, because I mean you're gonna be able to basically clear.
Can we,
No.
can we
the
pause
two
here?
threats.
Can we pause here? This is a good discussion point.
Okay.
I
So,
don't know if you kill the axe here.
You don't because he has an item, dude.
Oh, true.
Look at his card. His hand. He has an item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that yellow glow.
That yellow glow means he has an item. It's something that can help the X.
I
Yeah. He
also
already played one Traveler's Cloak, I think, over on Pugna. So there's no guarantees that it'd be something to save him. But what's the max health for Axe?
max health for axe.
Yeah.
11. 7 to 11.
So he wouldn't be able to pull it out of kill range with a heal. It would have to be.
What it will be?
It would be.
heal.
Oh, you mean not? Okay, yeah, not an item. It needs to be an item. So you're
It needs
willing
to be an
risk
equip item.
It won't be a healing salve like heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say go for it, and then that means that next turn you're killing both threats. Because
Is it worth doing?
Yeah. I mean, you kill.
Basically,
you kill Axe and the Ogre Conscript.
If the axe lives, you can still Thunder Gods kill it. He doesn't have something that can bring it out of range of the Bristle hit and the Thunder Gods, right?
I just really don't like giving up 9 damage to kill this creep.
I agree.
Because your deck is really good at killing heroes. Your deck's not good at killing a 7/2/7.
Well,
So I would.
If Bristle's living, next turn he will kill the Ogre Conscript.
Yeah,
is
but
there
you
anything
lose
that
Bristle next turn.
Is there anything that changes in that situation?
You lose Bristle next.
Unless you like full heal it. I don't know. I like killing the Axe.
All right, I hope he changes it. I would play New Orders.
I hope he goes straight.
New Orders, baby.
All right, let's unpause.
And,
Hit it.
and this is a great example of how people who have played the game quite a bit, who
Yeah.
think that they have a pretty good idea of how games play out, can have very different opinions, and we might both be right or wrong.
There's no right and wrong. I think like both choices are fine. Okay,
And-
now does that change anything?
Yes,
Your Bristleback
definitely
dies.
do it now. Now you know he doesn't have something to save it.
Yeah.
I don't
Then
know.
you also
man.
don't have a way to deal with the Ogre now, so it's tough.
The ogre is scary. That's all I'm saying.
Now you have 2 massive creeps that you're dealing with, and it feels like
I guess
either
you-
way
No,
you're in a
you want
losing
to trade.
situation.
I guess you could eclipse. I don't think you want to kill the hero because your Thunder God will take care of it.
All right, we're good. We good.
We good?
So now you're in the situation where you have 2 creeps that are super tanky, that are going to be able to soak up at least 4
Look at how many he
shots
has,
of
dude.
Eclipse. That's a tough lane to deal with at all.
I would have killed the ogre there. By the way.
I don't think it matters. I think you walk
This
away
guy
from
is
that
not the
lane.
White Dragon.
Ooh, divine purpose. That's an interesting choice of divine
Not
purpose.
not the Legion.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Don't know is right and wrong, but
Why? That's
Well-
not hitting anything. I don't understand. Why wouldn't you put it on the Legion?
well,
He's got the Stonehall Pike.
no, he knows that turn 7's coming up, and Thunder God is gonna snipe his hero. So he's saying, I care about this hero more than the red
He
one.
probably got some green cards, dude.
He's got green
Sure.
cards. He's got
Yeah.
Stonehall Pike. Like eventually, Farvan the Dreamer will be dealing more damage than the Legion.
Yeah. We know that there's no card in IGN's deck that could deal with divine purpose. Absolutely none.
Yeah, there's no condemn.
So eventually, that hero is gonna win. So
Not true.
This deploy is really hard. You get the chump blocks for this turn, and you're happy about it. But
Yeah, Nick Tasha's guard, dude.
I feel
I did.
I say Zeus go left, For the reason being, Pugna's at 5 health. So when you Thunder God,
Yeah,
you could also get that last static
Assuming
prop.
you don't get like the rightmost or
This
leftmost.
is correct. I love these placements.
Yeah.
Very good. Gonna
Yeah,
get
he's
the
good.
Pugna here.
He needs to dodge the 25%.
Let me just-
Ooh, the 25%.
Oh.
So right now, Zeus is too far away where his static proc will deal the last bit of damage to
too
kill
much.
the...
Do you Eclipse here instead?
So remember when I said last turn, if you eclipsed and brought them a bit lower,
Oh no.
and then Thunder God would have
Oh,
killed it now.
he gonna swap? No,
They
he
can't.
He doesn't have enough mana.
Oh, he can move the Pugna over,
no,
but
no,
yeah.
he doesn't have enough mana.
You're right, you're right.
He's got a Thunder Gods here, I think. Right.
So this tower's going down
Eclipse,
regardless.
dude.
A Thunder Gods affects
I
the
would
other two
Eclipse.
lanes.
I would Eclipse.
Mostly actually just hits the Legion. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that's relevant, but it does kill her.
That's rough.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad right here. You wouldn't Eclipse here, really?
No.
I mean, this tower's dead, and it's not going to be 80.
But you want the charges to kill the. If you Eclipse and one charge hits that creep, Zeus lives, right?
Actually, if you think about it in a very perverse way, this is good, right? Now you don't want to kill the Pugna and like it. Your lane's dead. You want those heroes to stick here. If you're
Oh,
IGN,
he's keeping his thing alive though.
right?
Yeah.
So not killing those heroes are great. Now next turn you deploy everybody to right if you're IGN.
Well, you'd have to
I
Thunder
don't,
Gods here.
I don't know. I think that you can, because obviously it's possible to lose a lane and then win it. You can lose your tower and then still take their tower in the same
And
lane.
he's at 40,
It's
dude.
not very common, but Time of Triumph is a really good spell.
No, I think you eclipse middle
What does
now.
he cast here? Does
you
he
eclipse
cast
middle.
Thunder Gods here or Eclipse?
You definitely
Make your
eclipse
guess.
middle.
I think Eclipse.
Yeah, you got 5. It kills everything, right? Guaranteed?
Yes. He's doing the math.
Yeah. If it's 5 charge, it kills both those creeps guaranteed.
And I think Thunder God is actively bad because you kill both those heroes, and then 2 turns later, Brandon gets to deploy everything right, and then you just lose.
There we go.
I like the idea of playing
Good
Bristle
play.
left and Time of Triumphing left. You've lost your tower, but you can still kill that one on the left.
There's no killing left. Well, he could put everybody there and then time triumph. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know about the Earthshaker, but just at least 2.
Would you Red Mist?
I would definitely red miss the block. It wouldn't work because
So
the swap happens.
It feels real bad to use Red Mist to block, but sometimes you got to do it.
You know what feels worse? Losing the game because you didn't use red miss to block. So you are on a race against time, right? You need to kill.
He's
the
always
other
going to
time.
have another chance, though, to block that damage. He doesn't have a
No,
lot of
not
creeps.
if you're gonna
no
try
block.
to cast. You're not using the 7 mana right now. What if you need the mana for something else next turn?
Oh, no block there. No block by IGN.
Phase boots could be really good.
And it wouldn't have blocked the 8 damage because the creep would have swapped it away. But at least you killed that one creep.
Yeah, especially with the creep, I don't think that you waste a whole Red Mage Pillager. That
No, you
that
do.
block might prevent lethal later.
Earthshaker coming in with the Fisher. That's good.
So is it
Oh.
everyone right for a big time of triumph?
No, it's
It's separate. Okay.
so he's putting Time of Triumph on Luna and Bristle in mid, unless he Thunder Gods, which was kind of pointless here, right? Oh, it hits Axe once. That's not a big deal. He gets the stun with Fisher on Varvin,
You
but
want
I
to get
think
the gold, just Thunder Gods, dude.
I think Axe's damage is gonna be too much.
you done there, God?
Ooh.
Conflagration.
Conflagration.
Literally does nothing on the far right.
This is tough.
No, it doesn't not do nothing. It gets rid of the creep.
Okay. I guess.
And then that opens up a better Fisher? No, because it
No,
only
it
does 2
doesn't.
damage to the second creep.
Yeah, I think conflagration might be the play here. So I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna time a triumph on the middle lane, right, to push for damage, and then he's gonna get his hero dueled and he
Yeah.
loses.
He's not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what the card is.
Sure, but it's pretty high. He hasn't done any duels or berserkers, so it's pretty likely you see a duel from Brandon, the top player.
You know what would be funny? If IGN loses with Red Mist Pillager in hand.
That doesn't matter. Like,
It does matter.
coulda blocked, yeah.
He would have had 2 more health.
You're going to lose that lane the next turn anyways. I'm saying that's a...
might not, though.
You're throwing away that card. You're not going to have initiative here.
He's gonna Red Mist here. Interesting.
Yeah, so now you have the option of Time of Triumph on the right lane, but if he's dueled, then it doesn't matter. I think that if
I think you cast nothing here. Well, he should have cast nothing everywhere to keep priority.
Yeah, he doesn't have initiative now, so it's
Yeah.
kind of a...
Now you just cast whatever. Yeah.
But then, so he cast Conflag. He didn't have to. Kills
Well,
one creep.
Yeah, it kills that particular creep, which is kind of a big deal.
But it gave up
He's
initiative.
thinking. He is roping right now.
yeah. Where's life coach?
Yeah, trying to draw some
Trying to
real
draw.
options, but I don't think there's anything in his deck.
Oh, more draw.
There is Foresight, which allows him to draw 2 cards from his deck.
All right, foresight. Into more red mist villagers that he can't,
yeah.
he
Now
can't
he
cast.
has no red mist on this
Yeah.
lane and that didn't block.
It really comes down to if he gets a
That's,
chance to do anything with these
look.
guys.
If he loses by 2 health, I will laugh. He would be at 25 right now.
It doesn't matter. He
Look-
gets
look at that
dueled,
duel.
it's all
Yeah,
over.
yeah. And that's it. That's what we say, a rough one. So
Red mist to block, bro.
I don't think IGN, apart from like maybe playing red mist last turn,
I mean,
I don't think he made any mistakes. It's just look at his hand. He has still Time of Triumph. He has 2 Thunder God that he couldn't cast. Imagine if he drew those red mists earlier, right? Like
he's going to try to kill Axe here, it looks like.
no, he can't. There's nothing for him to
He
swap.
can phase boots.
He phased the
mist.
red mist.
Okay. So you play red mist and then you phase over.
You block the axe.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you actually want to phase to have the axe.
But you lose keep the bow here though, right?
Yes.
And game.
Game's over.
Would not have matter at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's
It's okay.
That's
Sometimes
GG.
it feels like, I know that you're a very face player, so like every damage point matters, but
Oh,
there's
I'm
sometimes
totally
where
a
you're
face
just,
player.
I think it was a mistake to not block there.
but you're just strategically fucked anyways, I think is at the end of the day.
It didn't matter here, but I feel like you should be blocking in that scenario. Your hand is so strong. You're gonna win later if you survive.
So we got one more game, and then we done.
Yeah, we got one more.
One more game. This is hot bid, the amazing hot bid.
Oh, I was casting there.
Oh,
Oh,
my
is
god.
this
And
you
I'm-
versus
casting
Slacks?
here.
What is this?
It's got to be you versus Slacks, right?
Oh, look at it. Look at this is
This is me.
He's ready to go.
Ken from
He's
LA.
been in line for like 3 hours at this point.
This is me versus Slacks. They were Karen and Slacks were not happy to play me.
I wanted to play you. I was willing to get off
They,
the casting desk to play you.
they
wouldn't let me.
They did not want to play me because there's a tower health disadvantage.
Yes. You play with 10 less health if you're
Yes.
a champion or slacks.
So is it really a victory in that sense, Ken?
I don't know, dude. We'll see what happens.
I just say it was a photo finish.
God, I don't even remember
We can
what I
maybe
did.
skip to the gameplay.
Are we allowed to get there?
It still cools down the fountain.
They cool down in the fountain.
But they don't like spawn with their stuff off cooldown.
So if,
Okay, so this is, in my opinion, the ideal spawn for Sorla. You want it to hit the tower on the first turn. It is 100%. You do not want it to try and fight a hero because usually it dies.
Oh, I
So-
remember this start from
Yes.
Slacks.
Oh,
he
never-
has the most amazing start.
If he
in
gets
this game.
Nevermore on the arrow, that would be insane.
So, I'm top, I guess. I gold mine.
Also,
and
you say
oh
you cast
my
it right to try to kill the PA. I go face.
Yeah.
I'm a face
Look at
player.
this.
That's,
That is
Especially
18
for
damage.
Black Blue, it's for sure.
that's
on
half.
first
Yeah,
turn.
that's
If
half your
if it's-
tower.
So if it's black green, I go for the PA. If it's black blue, then you want to go for the tower.
Sure.
I think it's just comes down to the win
Oh.
condition.
Brutal. Okay, and I got my Ricks.
All right. Untested ground to the left.
No, hold it.
No, he wants to save it.
He
for
wants it for the first lane, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
what kills PA or no? Just bring. Yeah, it should kill.
Well,
him.
you can put it in front of PA.
Yeah, he's got 5 gold, so he might get like a traveler's cloak. but
Where would you
could-
put this?
I would put
Right.
left.
You put it mid?
I will put left.
Because with black blue, you just want to win 2 lanes. You don't want to fight every lane,
Oh, sorry. I was looking at your hero. I will put
Oh.
Debbie left.
which I did.
Yeah. The reason I put Debbie left
I
is
want to kill the Sorla.
yeah, you want to kill the Sorla,
Get that guy out of here.
and PA's dying. So let me tell you,
You wipe
my
out
God,
everything.
everyone's dying.
if you draw a hammer though,
What item did you get, Ken?
you got a teleport scroll.
Okay. So he could TP out. The Phantom Assassin takes 4 face damage, but 2 out of 3 units are destroyed.
Do it.
Ooh, I don't know about this. Actually, it's fine.
It's fine,
less-
dude.
it's
I'm
less
losing
fine.
this tower 100%.
You're not losing 100%, dude. I think it's a fine play because you have 2 payday in your hand. And you don't have any black heroes if you didn't save PA there. So
I don't know if I thought about that at all.
well, let's just say you did think about it.
Sure. That's what
And-
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I thought, I want to cast my paydays.
Because you're gonna be getting more hero kills downstream, right?
The Salamanius play. Is this why you chose that deck? Just black green.
I think black green was the best deck, so I just wanted to win.
That's fair.
Dude, look at how much gold you have. You have 17 gold right now with 2 payday in hand. Holy shit.
That's pretty sweet. And you're gonna have a Revtel not only this turn.
So you're
but the
gonna have
next one.
22 gold with payday in hand. I hope you spend none of it here.
I spend,
well,
dude. I
spend it?
definitely
No, there's
spend.
no way you spent
Oh
23
no!
gold.
Yeah, you did spend. I remember watching this on the.
Oh, no,
I remember
dude.
casting this. I was like,
Why?
did you spend?
You
got
got double
payday in hand!
payday and a Revtel. Are you kidding?
So?
That's a big misplay.
It's 92 damage on the Revtel. Oh no, it's half of that. But it's like 46 damage on the Revtel Convoy.
If you payday, your Revtel takes a tower.
Look, okay?
Look,
There's a difference of opinion.
difference of opinion.
Are you kidding me?
Definitely a difference of
Look,
opinion. But this is
Blaze,
like one of those.
Blaze, agree to disagree. Agree to disagree on this one.
Ooh, that's
46 damage on the Convoy and all
Dude,
the items you would
how
want
do you
to
know?
buy.
How do you know that payday would get me double?
How do I know what the card
Can
does
you
what
just
it
do that
does?
math so quickly
You bought
in
a
your head?
Shiva's guard.
Shiva's Guards. It is one of the best items.
Shiva's Guard's amazing.
But you could have your Horde of the Alpha and be halfway to Apotheosis. Your
You
next
know what you
buy
could have done?
phase.
You could have held that Shiva's Guard with 1 gold
You could.
and then double and buy everything. Bruh.
Oh,
That's what we call
gosh,
a
God.
misplay.
Can you relax for a second and just? There's
Yeah.
different ways to see the game.
To be fair, you can't do both paydays this turn. You can only do one.
Oh, I guess I'll cry with only 54 gold instead of 27 or whatever it was.
I think it's
23 times 2 is 46, bro.
I will. That's that gift where you wipe your tears with the $100 bills.
Oh my
you,
gosh.
You know, you just
Look, all right. I knew the sacrifice that I was making.
Did you?
You're
I
gonna make
did.
the Zeus 1 damage for the rest of the game. Is that what's happening?
Yes, I think it's very important.
That was a pretty bad play by Slacks. If he strafing run, he would have killed all the creeps. I guess he could still strafing run here. Oh, that was a smart play. He's gonna wait for you to play the untested run and then strafing.
That would be pretty sweet.
I'm not playing anything when he has 5 mana and a Zeus, bro. Are you kidding me?
You're not gonna block 4 damage.
I am Shiva's guarding.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, there's that strafing run.
I make stuff have no attack.
I mean, there's merit. You're playing against his aggro deck. You're stalling
Yeah,
him out.
Look at that. I don't need to get 50 gold. I just need to survive. Okay? Can
Okay. You know what would help you survive? If you have 50 gold and buy some items.
Yeah, but I feel like, look, he's at lower health.
Okay.
I have the better deck.
Okay.
I feel like I should play conservatively and not just not buy anything and just try and YOLO with 890. What if he just
It's
kills
not
my-
like
It's
not like
not
you're
your-
waiting 3 turns to buy things.
Just
though.
one
It's like
turn.
literally wait a single
one turn, yeah.
double your gold, and make your Reptile
I
kill a
only
tower.
double it once.
Right lane is done the second that this turn
To
ends.
be fair, PA would have died here without the Shiva's Guard.
And
So-
without the... Look, I heal. He's fine. Bro.
That's a 12 potential gold healing cells.
That's fine.
Whatever.
There's no price for a life here. We save a life.
So
With
you
that
do
healing cell.
26 damage to this 30 HP tower if you.
Yeah, you would have actually got
saved.
closer.
You'd maybe a little bit more for kills on left of mid.
All right, it's fine. It's fine. Debbie's coming back. And I believe Ken stills keep on buying shit.
You know, I'm a guy that lives in the moment.
That's
Triple
true.
deploy.
I believe, sometimes people want to use their paydays and some people don't, okay?
You could have been Elon Musk.
No, dude.
And now you're just Ken Chen.
I'll just say, you know?
But another thing to point out is you killing Sorla and Necrophos in the same phase does mean he gets a triple deploy. Gives him a lot of options here. That said, he doesn't really have any good way of killing off your convoys.
This is a great example.
I
of-
really think the play here is the payday.
I would say so.
Really?
I could imagine. What? You get 40 gold end of this turn. Everything's dead. You lose mid, you win left and right with convoys. Like, so easy.
Can you stop reducing the plays that and decisions I have to make
It's
to something that's called easy, okay? This game is not easy. I'm playing a champion of Artifact as someone who just learned the game. Okay?
main stage Ken Chen getting a little tension there.
By the way, the beta key giveaways after
can
this.
we pause this?
Beta key giveaways after this.
Wait.
How are we deciding that,
Wait,
by the way? Can we-
Wait for it. Zoom back on the first lane, and then we pause it. Yeah. Pause now.
Okay. First, how are we doing this giveaway? People are asking.
We are gonna select 2 followers. And
From
the Twitch
Twitch followers.
Twitch followers.
Twitch
And then
followers.
We will either PM you on Twitch.
Yes. This is better
fact-
than this is better chances than the Twitter one for
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
So
And when I said we will either PM you, DM you, there's no either. We will just DM you on Twitch.
yeah, if you're a Twitch follower, we're gonna announce that shit. So, all right.
So
now
I
let's talk
got
about
a
this.
question here.
Why'd you payday the second time?
So you shouldn't payday all here. What I think you should have done is make a wolf, because you could payday from the middle lane.
Mm-hmm. But
The wolf here could maybe kill Sword of Khan.
But the payday definitely kills the blue hero because the Revtel's stronger. So I think you payday once on lane 1, you payday once on lane 2 because
Bruh.
you got an extra hero kill.
I think you get
I
more
want
gold if
Revtel.
if you
I don't
kill,
care about gold. I just want to kill the stuff.
if
Dude.
you kill CM right now, you get 5 gold, and you double payday the following turn, you get more gold overall. We'll see.
I don't
All right,
care
we'll
about
go.
ending the game with 1,000. We're
I
not
think
save,
that-
We're not putting stuff into a 401k, Lumi. All right, we're spending all,
All right,
the
let's
gold
unpause, let's
to
unpause.
buy items.
All right, let's unpause.
There's no interest.
You're talking about doubling 5 gold versus getting 10 gold. It's the same thing.
No, you have a shot to kill Sorla as well. That's the
yeah,
difference.
yeah, okay.
And you develop
Well, that's
a
a
wolf.
25% chance. So
Or you get a wolf down. You get face damage.
Dude, look at my guy. 2016. What a guy. What a guy.
What a guy.
okay, I definitely would have waited on the second payday. But, you know, we got 40 gold.
2016.
You could have had 60 gold. You have 40 gold. It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
The year where Hearthstone was at its peak. 2016.
Ooh, the TP out here, that's questionable.
My guy taking no damage.
Slacks has got to win somewhere.
Oh, Slacks is going to win here.
Well, that's
Put
that's
that-
clear.
yeah.
But how
Oh.
much do you really need to put into this
That
lane to make
hurts.
that happen?
That hurts.
I mean, for all of that,
This is looking bad.
your towers are still all alive. I think you're fine, dude.
Yeah, there's no way he's pushing
You got
right
Hand
now.
of God coming on the first lane. You got Steam Cannon here. You Gucci. Look at that. Perfectly calculated by Ken Chen, you know? Getting the tower.
Who needs 60?
I think this is where Slacks heroes are here. Oh, shit, that's a sick play.
Slacks
Slacks?
with the 5D Galaxy Brain
yeah,
heal.
like the clap.
We're laughing. We're laughing.
I think I
because
was,
that is a sick play.
I literally choked myself when I was casting this
I
game.
want Rix to die, and we are laughing because that was a sick play.
Yeah.
I want Rix to die so he gets somewhere else. And
Rix-
Slacks saw that, and he is so satisfied with himself right now. Look at that fucker.
Yeah.
He is like
Grinning.
Slacks is, you know.
Just to clarify, Rix has rapid deploy, so he doesn't need to wait one turn to come back, so he could come back instantly. So Slacks healing the hero, preventing the hero from dying, means Ken Chen is now down 1 here on the left side, which is the side that matters the most.
All right. Big money turn. You got like 53 gold or something like that. What do you buy? What's coming? So you've got Revtel down, very low.
Just laughing because I know it's coming.
And
Do we see?
Do you see it?
I see it.
the last item.
Yeah, that is Niktasha's Guard.
So
25
That's-
gold.
that's an item that's just not in the deck. You cannot plan for it.
Yes.
It just popped up in the shop, and I'm laughing because he has no idea this is coming.
Secret shop.
Well, here's the
deck.
thing. Where are you going to put the Niktasha's Guard? If you put it on Debbie,
And that's
she dies.
whatever. You know, you
No one's gonna die,
You use
bro.
it. You use the
You hand
Niktasha.
it
Well,
God.
no. If you... Oh, that's a smart play. A lot of people would put the Niktasha's Guard and then get Thunder God and
Yeah.
then lose.
Correct.
Yes.
Which is why.
Because right, there's
Bam!
Hand of God.
Hand of God.
Everyone
And he,
survives.
if you saw Slacks' face at this moment,
Yeah.
he is really fucking confused because he thinks he's just won. He's like, what? You spent all your mana,
Yeah.
and I'm killing your tower.
Right now, there's lethal on
They're
Ken's-
literally, yeah. He's going to kill me, then he's going to kill mid, and he's going to win. So he's super confused. He's like, why did you just throw?
Okay.
And see how confused he's just like, what? He's looking at mid. He's like, what? What's
Well, this is,
happening?
I think the observers.
Yeah, the
To be
observer's looking at mid. That we were saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were confused. We
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
figured out your
Yeah, you're
master
just like,
plans
you're
yet.
like, what?
What is happening right now?
Slacks is so confused. He's not playing anything.
Slacks has 0
just
towers.
doesn't
right now.
understand.
Yeah, Slacks
He's
has
like,
0 tower right
The
now.
correct play to do right now is to just pass. Oh, he puts conflagration mid. Okay.
Sure. That's like a non-play.
Okay. And he's just like, how does he save his hero? How does he save his tower with no mana?
Yes. Well, you don't save your tower here.
Yeah.
You guys
And then I
both
put in
trade
Nakashi's
towers.
out, this is where he just goes, oh my god.
Yeah.
How do you have that card? Because I got lucky in the shop. That's what happened.
So to clarify the game state,
So now
both players.
And
Yeah.
then Nakashi's card, bye. Bye.
Yeah. Everyone's
And
gone.
Now I get the kill on the tower.
This only has worked because you killed the last tower.
Correct.
If you haven't killed the last tower, you will lose here.
GG?
Yes.
There we go. Slack.
Wow.
He's salt.
The clap.
He's salt right here.
Look,
He's
Ken-chan,
not, he mad.
Ken-chan could have paid it, but this is what we call playing for the crowd. You know, that was a good win.
I did lose on stage later on in the tournament.
To Suns fan.
It's a Suns fan, so I'm better than Slack's. Not as good as Suns fan. That's
A lot of people fit in that range. So
It's like a 90
what
percentile.
what a flame.
Jeez.
A lot of people fit in that range.
Yeah.
A wide range there. Are you saying?
Are we gonna do the giveaway on air?
I don't know. I don't
we-
know how. They're drawing it right now.
We are drawing it right now. So if
Oh,
you haven't
shit.
follow right now for your chance to
The
be
winner
drawn.
of the first beta key is Luminous Inverse. No, I'm just
Congrats,
kidding.
bro.
I don't know who it is. They haven't told us.
All right, we're gonna
Are they
make
gonna
a
put it
draw
on
right
stage?
now. So
Are they gonna put it
follow
on
quick.
stage?
What?
You could just type it up in the stage, throw it up there, and we'll
Yeah,
read it
just
out.
Throw it up. Throw it up. Oh,
Oh shit.
Buster Reno, 23.
23, and ex Chef Cooch.
All right, yeah. Check your Twitch DMs.
Is that Chef Josh?
Chef Cooch.
Is that Chef
24
Josh?
hours.
Chef Josh?
24 hours for you guys to reply.
Is that Chef Josh or
Chef coach. I don't know.
Chef Coach? Yeah, he's a chef coach
Yeah, there you go.
for sure.
Chef Cooch.
Very good coach.
All right. So we're gonna be doing a lot more of these gameplay stuff next week. Maybe like 2 to 3 next week.
Yeah, we said we're announcing the winners are from the followers from the Twitch account, not the people actually in chat.
Maybe we'll do
Relax,
that next
guys.
time. I don't know.
We'll keep changing up. Next
we'll
time we'll
change
do
it.
chat
We'll change
only.
it.
Yeah. So-
People are mad.
People are mad.
I'm sorry, guys. You didn't win.
I wish I could give you guys all beta key.
You
I
could have
don't.
gone to TI and gotten a beta key for free.
Damn. That's a salt on the wound. You could have got 2 beta keys for free, actually.
That's true.
Yeah.
What are we doing next week?
We are gonna do more gameplay stuff. Maybe we'll have more discussion topics, and we're definitely gonna do more giveaways next week. So
Okay.
maybe we can pick a viewer in chat.
Follow us on Twitter, BTS Artifact.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitch, BTS Artifact. Follow Lumi. Follow me. Follow Blaze. Blaze Casting. Hotbid. Luminous Inverse.
The White Dragon.
Yeah. And good luck in the rolls next week. Hopefully we give out some more beta keys and you guys are happy. See you guys next time. We good?